Hey, you Tar Heels or Blue Devils or whatever team you like in North Carolina, we'll be in Charlotte.
You horny Hornets, come out to the Underground, October 2nd. Get your tickets at newroryinmall.com. That's New Rory in Mall, N as in.
I know.
This to the Underground.
I understand that David Stern took your NBA team and brought it to New Orleans.
No, they're back.
They're still Bobcats in Charlotte?
No, they're the Charlotte Hornets now.
So the Bees are back.
The Hornets.
All right, so what happened to the Bobcats?
The Bobcats are no more.
They went to New Orleans.
No. There's no more Bobcats in NBA.
So who has the guy from Duke that can dunk that's overweight?
That's the Pelicans.
Okay. So it's Bobcats, Pelicans, and
There's
Hornets.
no Bobcats in NBA anymore. If I say that one more time. Get your tickets at newroryinmall.com. N as in.
No Rory and Mall.
Oh, yes. Welcome to a new episode of the New Rory and Mall podcast. I am All.
I'm Rory, and don't just skip over your theme song for the day that we introed with. It's your Ratchet happy birthday.
It is my Ratchet happy birthday.
It's your motherfucking birthday.
It's my motherfucking birthday.
Did anyone call you Reese's Pieces like Drake did in that song?
No. Thankfully, Rory, nobody called me Reese's Pieces.
No one said Happy Earth Day, my Reese's Pieces?
No. They said Happy Earth Day, but not
Okay.
Reese's. Nobody has ever called me Reese's Pieces.
I don't know.
No. Thankfully.
May have a peanut butter inside?
That just sounds crazy.
It's your motherfucking birthday.
No, it is my motherfucking birthday. Thank you, Eddin, for that song, for that rendition.
You're welcome.
Of Happy Birthday.
Are you 70? Are you 80? Are you not?
Are you American? Are you?
Where's your green card?
Are you legal? Are you
Do you pay taxes?
Where do you live? Are you head of household?
Head of household. That's funny.
Man. Yeah, it's my birthday. Thanks,
Happy birthday,
guys.
man.
Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
How come, speaking of birthdays and Drake, you didn't just peek your head into the studio that one night and was like, maybe put this one in the recycling bin?
For that record? For
Yeah.
Ratchet Happy
Or
Birthday?
you were waiting for your birthday to come so you could see if it popped off?
Yeah, we never. Was Drake trying to redo the birthday anthem with that one?
I think that was the one time Drake really started to feel himself and think, I can literally do anything and they'll like it.
Okay. All right.
And that will become the new birthday anthem. And I just think it maybe didn't.
I've seen.
We'll
him
stick
play
with
that.
Stevie's.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go that route. I've seen them play that a couple times in the club though for some girls when it was their birthday. You know they bring.
What type of girl was it?
It was some white girls. You know the white girls love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so ratchet.
Yeah,
We're so
absolutely.
ratchet.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
Aubrey.
It's your birthday, bitch. Let's get ratchet. Look at Demaris upset. You had a long day? Why are you looking like that?
She
You
didn't
usually
get
like
her
when
last
it's your friend's birthday.
She didn't get her weed this weekend. She ain't smoked.
You know what sucks about your birthday being towards the end of the month? You can't do the celebrate all month thing. You only have like 5 days, 4 days to celebrate.
My birthday could have been the 1st of September, and I would not celebrate it all month.
Okay, so you could have been like September Virgo season starting today. We're celebrating, bitch.
Nah.
No, okay.
Nah. I think that's let the ladies do that. If I see a guy having more than like one birthday dinner or party, it's like, bro, you're weird.
They're out there though.
No, they are.
There's a lot of them.
We have a name for them that we can't use anymore.
And by the way, it's they're please edit that. No, but I don't mind if there's and look at us trying to tell men how to celebrate their birthday. That's a little weird too.
Yeah.
I don't mind if a man has like a lot of female friends or has like a girlfriend that's really into birthdays because we know women make our birthdays about them.
Yeah.
If you get a whole itinerary and you just got to show up, I get it. It's the men that plan themselves.
Mhm.
Like they hit Peach for the graphic.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, this is the Monday itinerary. It's
Yeah, that's
Tuesday
weird.
through
That's
Sunday.
weird. That's a little weird.
I mean, you have to celebrate.
You know, man, we're not allowed to have too many celebrations. We're not allowed to be too happy.
No, of course
We're not allowed to have too much fun. Everything gets stepped on by women. Like, we just can't.
But man, I think you should have a birthday dinner where you invite everyone and you pay for it.
Yeah,
Like a man.
like a man would do, like a real man. Yeah. That's what happens. You have your own birthday dinner. You have to plan everything and pick up the check at the end of the night. So
Is the reason you didn't do it because Say Less was so busy with Rolling
oh
Loud,
my God,
or
it was slammed. It was
couldn't get a res?
it was
What name of
slammed.
reservation? You couldn't get a res.
Couldn't get a res. Couldn't get a private room. all the rappers in town. They're eating chicken satays with peanut sauce all weekend.
Listen.
Yeah.
There's a satay shortage in New York City right now. Where were you during the satay shortage of 2022?
Yeah, it was the blackout, and then it was the satay shortage
of Rolling Loud 2022.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But another year. Grateful, blessed, happy, and healthy, man. That's all. That's all that matters.
What woman tried to make your birthday about them?
Nobody so far. I share a birthday with my twin sister, so that's probably the only woman that
That's
would.
weird how that would work out.
But even she's not like that though. Like she doesn't try to just make it about her. Like she includes me.
Oh, well, now I have questions. Growing up as a twin, like, and I could see if you guys were both boys or both girls, it would probably be easier. How do you do the boy-girl twin birthday thing when you're younger? Because, like, parents sometimes try to, like, theme a birthday.
It was easier when we were younger. Like, as we got older, it's a little different because, like, we live, like, two totally different type of lifestyles.
Yeah.
So, like, as we gotten older, it's more difficult to celebrate together. But we try to do something like a dinner or something together. But then she just does shit with her crew, and I don't do shit. I really never celebrate my birthday. I haven't had a real birthday party in years.
I could see you as a young lad trying to do like a New Edition themed birthday.
New Edition? Like the group?
Yeah.
Nah.
Everyone dresses as New Edition?
New Edition? Nah. I would never do that. I used to have fun at like roller skating parties. That was my shit as a kid.
Those were
I like
fun.
shit like that. But then as you get older, it's just birthday dinners. Like how many dinners are you gonna have? We go out to eat every day, almost every other night during the week. So
excuse the fuck out of us.
No, not me. I'm just saying
I
adults.
go to the grocery store and cook.
No, I'm saying adults. You eat out. We eat out a lot.
Yeah.
So
What kind of flavor cake do you like?
what type of flavor cake?
Vegan. Vegan flavor.
Is that flavor?
Yeah.
I like the regular yellow cake with like chocolate frosting.
Like
I
non-vegan, you mean?
No, they have vegan yellow
Oh,
cake.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not hard to make a vegan cake. It's pretty easy these days.
Did anyone's mother ever hide their birthday cake in the microwave or the oven during the birthday party at home?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was a spot.
Yeah, that was the spot.
What age did you guys figure that one out? Because I was always
I was
wondering
young.
what kind of cake my mom got.
My parents would keep it in the garage after that.
Keeping
What
the cake
the
in the
fuck?
garage is sick as
Just
fuck.
exhaust and carbon monoxide flavored confetti cake?
My birthday's in November, so it would be cool enough in the garage to keep the cake. It wasn't like August. And it was like melting,
Okay. Got you. That makes sense.
But they were like put on a shelf. I'm like, it's clearly a cake. It's a box next to a bunch of shoes.
But then, like, I love ice cream cake.
Oh, yeah. So that one.
So it's hard to hide that. Like, you got to put that in the freezer. Like,
the confetti cake was always my go-to.
okay.
I like confetti cake. But other than that, I'm not a big sugary person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, DC, you could have celebrated. Could have went to stadium. Could have went to the strip club.
Well, stadium is
Demaris
closed.
had him.
There's no more stadium. Stadium is over with. In DC. But,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, stadium. But yeah, we had a show in DC. Great crowd. They showed a lot of love, but DC always shows a lot of love.
Always.
We had a little minor hiccup in the show, but it still went down pretty well.
I'll say this in a good way. The entire show was off the rails from the moment we went on stage.
And it made perfect sense. Because after that, it seemed like everything else after that made sense. Like we had a 6-week-old baby. Shout out to baby Zaire, who was in attendance. He came on stage with his mom. It is fucked up we don't remember his mom's name. Do we remember his mom's name?
I don't know.
Baby Zaire stole the show.
I don't think she even told us her name just for like
No, she did, but
legal reasons. It's like,
no, because I said, what are you doing? I said, what is Baby Zaire doing?
DCYF or whatever that shit is called couldn't come.
I said, what is Baby Zaire doing here? She said, oh, it said all ages. I'm like, I don't think that's what they meant, but
In her defense, though, all ages.
all ages. We can't discriminate. So shout out to Baby Zaire, 6 weeks old, for making his first appearance at, I hope, which was his first live show. We don't know. Baby Zaire might have been on a tour this weekend.
Rolling Loud.
Yeah, he might have been at Rolling Loud.
I was just so upset that we didn't have like a tub of water or something where we could baptize young baby Zaire and you and I could be the godfathers.
Oh, my God.
Like we really should have done some type of christening
Yeah.
at that show.
Set him up early.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
maybe make the middle names New Rory Mall, one word.
No, we call him Ram. Rory Mall. Little baby Ram.
Zaire Ram.
Yeah, Zaire Ram.
He is definitely on the no-fly list.
Shout out to Baby Zaire, 6 weeks old, came out to see our live show in DC. Shout out to all the people that came on stage. It was a great night, though.
What was so sick about the DC crowd was that I just kept looking back, and you did as well, throughout the show and going, there's a 6-week-old baby being swaddled on this couch.
Yeah.
DC didn't bat an eyelash. Nothing about that was weird to them.
Didn't
they were
confuse
totally
them at
fine
all.
with it.
We were more confused about it than the audience was. But like I said, everything after the minor hiccup, in the technical hiccup that we had, everything after that made complete sense. The night was perfect.
In the road to ruining relationships, we thought the Jack Harlow thing might be the peak. We thought maybe we'll peak too early. We had a Jack Harlow sighting on our first show, but we expanded.
We did.
We got range.
We did.
We destroyed siblings.
Sisters came on the stage to see how much they knew or didn't know about each other. And one of the sisters immediately said, I asked her because one of the sisters was pregnant.
Yes.
So you asked, how do you feel about the child's father?
Yes.
And the sister responded with, I feel like he could do better. Now, when you first hear that,
I thought she just slipped up and meant to say, I think she could do better.
Right.
But then she doubled down on it.
Which is what she meant, that she can do better, or he could do better, meaning like he could be a better person.
As a baby father. But here's the
we
thing.
took it and ran with it like,
no way we were going to let...
He should have had a better baby mother. Like that's the way we ran with it.
And she ran with it that way as well.
Absolutely.
Then it moved on to sleeping with each other's boyfriends. One of them put no question mark, which I saw the opportunity to say, no?
Yeah.
Instead of, no, why would you ask that? I would never do that.
Do you think that sisters, like, do they ever sleep with the same guy?
1,000%.
Yeah?
I've done that.
I've done it.
You slept with sisters?
Yes. Older one first.
I went younger one first.
The younger one was a year below
Not
me. The
proud of
older
it.
one was 4 years older than I was.
Yeah, I definitely slept with sisters before.
Not proud of it. Not proud of it at all.
Yeah, that was some scumbag shit. That's scumbag shit. Like, it's okay. Like, when you get older as a man, it's okay to look back and realize, like, damn, that was some scumbag shit. Now, you could always get away with it under the umbrella of I was young.
Well,
I was,
I have
just
mixed...
out there wilding. But when you look back at it, it's like, that was some scumbag shit.
I have mixed feelings because I was 18 with the little sister and then 19 with the older sister. The older sister was fully aware of what it was, so it almost felt like I was being used as the spite fuck.
Okay.
So I do feel nasty about it. I'm not proud of it, but it wasn't like I went out and did the weirdo shit like targeted two sisters. I was targeted.
The spite fuck always seems like some of the best sex, though.
It does, because there's some anger in it.
Because that's like real fucking. That's like you're fucking at that point.
But spite fucking never like resolves whatever your feel is being spited.
No, it definitely doesn't.
That's like the only time I really feel used is when a girl does it to get back at someone. And you're like, afterwards, you're like, shit.
What age did you stop doing that, though? Allowing a woman.
It's been
a long time for me.
Because that's a nasty feeling.
Yeah, and it's like you're not going to use me for this. Go work it out.
As you get older, it's certain shit you just can't put yourself in. Like, you can't put yourself in certain situations. You got to stay away from certain, just bullshit, because you know what's coming after that. And as you get older, you don't have the headspace to deal with just unnecessary drama, unnecessary bullshit. I saw Drake post. He posted something on his story.
Because he always stays out of unnecessary drama.
Well, yeah, he does. He tries, right? He posted something that was interesting. It's something to the effect of, I will never understand a man that causes problems.
Creates unnecessary enemies.
Creates unnecessary enemies. Like, and that's real though. Like, why would you go out of your way to create an enemy when you don't have to?
Some people read like the Art of War book and things of that nature, or what's the 48 Laws of Power, where it's like, if you don't have enemies, go make some.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. If you don't have enemies, go make some. And I hate. What's the other one that they love to say that's stupid? No new friends.
Oh, that's
the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, I made new friends like later on in my life that are like great.
way better than my old friends.
Way better than my day ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the new friends are like, I wish we grew up together.
And look at the logic of like, once you have a developed mind, you shouldn't go seek new friends. When you didn't have a developed mind, that's when you were selecting the people you need to be around.
Exactly. It's fucking crazy. So a lot of things that we just take little quotes and try to apply it to our daily lives is like, we need to get rid of them.
What was so ironic about that song was that Khaled and Drake were new friends.
No, all of these dudes in the industry are new friends. Yeah, I just met a summer ago, and it's like, yo, that's the bro.
That's the video where Khaled is drinking a Four Loko on the balcony in Miami.
Oh, living life.
That's one of the nastiest.
Living
shots.
life.
I respect it.
Living life.
I'll be honest with you.
You were sipping the Four Loko around that time
before they were recalled.
Absolutely.
That was.
You still have the cans? Did you save the cans from memorabilia? Who has a Four
At
Loko
that point,
can?
I had to turn them in for loose change.
No? That's where you was at in life?
After I drank the recall when I became a crackhead.
Oh, my God. Four Loko. Wow, what a time. What a time.
How these kids are going from fentanyl to heroin is how we went from fucking Four Locos to crack. That was
crazy.
the next step.
It's just like, think of all the shit we survived and been through this far.
Yeah.
It was some sick shit that we went through, man. In the early 2000s, mid 2000s, it was some sick shit going on out here, man.
Four Locos, lugs.
Lugs.
The Ed Hardy era.
You had a pair of lugs before?
No, never had a pair. And I'm proud to say I've admitted all my nasty faults when I was young. I never owned a single pair of Ed Hardy. And it wasn't because I couldn't afford it. It's because if I could have, I still wouldn't have bought that shit. Y'all were wilding. It looked nasty at the time. I understand that Joel Santana and Jim Jones made it look cool for a second. But take your Van Dutch trucker hat off and your Ed Hardy shirt.
I wasn't mad at the Von Dutch trucker hat. I wasn't mad at that.
Would you flip it upside down?
I would. Today I would. But I wasn't
With
mad
the
at
same
that.
style
But
of
I
trucker
never.
hat?
Yeah, but
I'm not mad at trucker hats.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Well, the Von Dutch shit it was simple. It wasn't much going on. It was just Von Dutch in different colors. Like,
I think it's just when certain people get a hold of things. Like,
well, that's anything.
we all love the Young Jock It's Going Down dance till Tom Cruise did it standing on a couch.
Yeah.
Then it was like, well, I think we should move past this one.
Yeah.
And once Paris Hilton.
Well, when he did it in Tropical Thunder, that was funny.
Did he do it in Tropical Thunder?
Yeah.
They did is it the end in the credits?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was okay.
great. That was great.
Post Scientology
Classic.
one. But yeah, once Paris Hilton and the rest of that crew got a hold of the Van.
Yeah, I
Dutch.
wasn't an Ed Hardy, Christian Audigier guy. I didn't like those garments, those T-shirts, those jeans. I wasn't a big fan.
What was it, like 07 or 08? And it was mixed in with the Ed Hardy shit when like everyone in hip hop tried to be like dressed like rockers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying even pre-Wayne doing it. Like it was Joel's, that was just a nasty with the chain wallets.
Yeah.
It was like Hot Topic meets Dr. J's. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was a little weird for hip hop. It was a little. We tried it. We tried to get out of the typical hip hop look, but that's not our culture.
I will say I think that was the nastiest era in hip hop. Like including the baggy clothes, the transition for us to get into slim clothes was the nastiest point.
And I see the baggy shit trying to come back. Let me just say, I'm never going too baggy.
I've said before.
I've seen the bell-bottom jeans are a thing now, and guys are stepping on the back of their pants again. That's just uncomfortable.
I'll go maybe bigger on the t-shirt just because of weight fluctuating because I'm old.
Yeah.
But my pants they're gonna stay tailored for the rest of my life.
fit.
You guys got me into tailored pants. I'm never leaving them.
And it's comfortable.
They're staying there.
Yeah.
We got on a tangent. Demaris speed dated at our live show.
Demaris did speed date at our live show. She came out on stage. She dropped it like it was hot. She had some interesting pants on. What was those pants, Demaris? They had like ropes.
She laced them up.
They were by Samaria Leah. They're just denim that's been redesigned. She cuts it out.
Oh, okay. Reassembled denim.
Yeah.
Okay. You came on stage. You dropped it, rolled it, did a speed date.
What type of rope was that? And what type of knot did you put in that? Was that a double knot? Was that a bowline?
They weren't
square
knotted.
knot. Which one was that?
They weren't knotted.
A sustainable rope.
They weren't.
She had.
Who tied you up? Like in
Me.
Okay. Self-tied.
We kind of vetted a guy. We brought a guy on stage.
We didn't
Y'all did
vet
not
him. We didn't vet him at all.
I mean, we kind of did.
You said,
believe-
what's your name? Where you from?
I believe you said the guy that looks like he just got out.
Yeah, because like he got up, he stood up, and I was like, oh, okay, I know jail yard muscle when I see it.
Yeah.
Like it's all, no legs. So I was
For
like,
sure.
okay. So then we asked him a couple questions. He said he was a helicopter engineer.
Yes.
Like he fixes helicopters. He works on helicopters. So we said, okay, that's a pretty honest job. And then he was
he was not being honest.
he was no, I didn't say he
The
was
job
being
is
I
honest.
said it was an honest job.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he said he was a former Marine, I think. He was in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, here's a guy that can know some things or two, like Liam Neeson. Is that his name, Liam Neeson?
Yes. I don't know if he was in the armed forces, but he does seem to be the worst parent in movie history.
But at least this guy has a set of skills that if he and Demaris were out on a date, he could defend himself.
And off him being in the armed forces, guest off rip, Dodge Charger. He said yes, so we were okay at that point.
No, he did he say yes?
Yes.
I thought he
No, I thought he
I thought he said no.
No, he said yes.
He said yes.
There's no way.
No, in Chicago we had another dude from the Army, and I had asked if he had a Dodge Charger. He said no. In DC he had a Dodge Charger.
Oh shit! I thought he laughed and was like, "No, I don't have a Charger."
No, he had a
That's
Charger.
funny as fuck.
Yeah, he had the 2-seater for Demaris.
Okay, so they went on a speed date.
Whisk her away from Howard Theater.
Yeah, and Demaris quickly, if people don't know Baby D, they can become a little uncomfortable because she gonna come right at you.
Yeah, he had confidence until she sat down.
Yeah, he had confidence. He was, you know what I mean? But then she starts shooting at him, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't think it was going to be like this.
I think you started with the salary question, right?
I did not ask him how much he made.
Nah, she didn't.
I asked him what he did. I said, well, what do you do? He said,
okay.
Oh, no, remember you guys asked him, if you put planes together, then what name a part of a plane we don't know about? And he couldn't name anything because he doesn't fucking put planes together.
Like the propeller.
No, I think he said the propeller.
No, I told him
the wheels.
Propeller, he gonna have to get the fuck out. I said, if you say propeller, get out of here. But he was a cool dude. So Demaris crushed his hopes and his dreams.
Well, my favorite part of the entire evening might have been when Demaris asked, how long do you last? And he said, yo, I be fucking.
Because you never have
to me, that was so funny. It may not have been funny to everyone else. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, because you never have, men, we're never going to put a timestamp on our fucking.
No, that's why I can't even put music on anymore or specific Netflix shows because it'll show how long it was.
Yeah.
Like, damn, in streaming era, it's only like 2-minute songs.
But
you only made it through 2 songs on this playlist?
Oh man, so yeah, Demaris went on a speed date. I went on a speed date, and then she mistake my name for Rory. She called me Rory.
Well, they're similar names.
That was the end of her date.
Shout out to Suzette.
Yeah, Suzette was out of here. We cooked her. Get her right up on out of here.
Well, was there something wrong with that?
Somebody calling me somebody I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's not me, ma'am. I don't know where your mind is. It's clearly not on this date.
People make mistakes. I don't know.
No. Have a good night.
She was new to the show. Yeah, maybe thought your name.
No. Have a good night though. She can have a good night. We loved her. Thank you for coming on the stage. And then you went on a speed date.
Didn't last very long.
And you went on a speed date with a therapist.
Yes.
And you were doing the therapying. If that's a word.
I think I beat her in the therapy.
Yeah,
realm.
you did. You absolutely.
I want to see her degree with the helicopter pilot's certification.
Yeah, we need.
There's a lot of people lying about their careers on that
Everybody was
stage.
just lying on stage.
Because you know what
she was a therapist though, because my man Della did text me and said, "Hey, heard you met the therapist." I was like,
"Wait, Della knows her?"
Yes.
That's
yeah, small world.
Very small.
So I guess she is indeed a therapist. I'm not sure what kind, but a dating one, probably not.
But either way, it was a good night. It was a great night. DC showed a lot of love. We appreciate everybody that came out. My guy what's his name? Jinjo. My bad, bro. Jinjo. He graduated college, so salute to him. Congrats on graduating college. And he put a good fit together, so he didn't have to walk home barefooted.
Yes. Shout out to Tequila Talk that opened up for us.
Shout out to Tequila Talk. Great job.
They were good. But no, it was overall a great show. We have Charlotte next this Sunday.
Charlotte, North Carolina at the Underground, October 2nd.
First time we've ever done Charlotte, North Carolina, who I feel like has been asking since, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to Charlotte. Yeah, I'm looking forward to North Carolina.
So I'm excited for that. But we did all drive home together, and there sparked a bit of debate because this, I think, outside of the New York and LA shows that we did, this was the first time Demaris was on the road with us. Mm-hmm. And she was fully part of the show. Mm-hmm. It appeared that everyone there knew who she was. Mm-hmm. She was basking in the glory of all the ticketed patrons that were there.
Ticketed patrons. Ticketed.
And Maul had brought up some bullshit and said that Demaris and I like attention and he does not, which to me was the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard.
Okay.
I'd like to hear your point of view because you also say anytime we go out, I'm the awkward, quiet guy in the corner that is socially awkward and doesn't know what to do.
Well, that came from I was saying that because I think that seeking attention and liking attention are different. That's where the conversation started.
Because I kind of equate those two things.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's the same. I don't think you look for attention, but I think that if you get attention, you're not mad at it. You don't shy away from it. So Demaris had got on stage, but a lot of the people that come on stage, they're like nervous, they clam up, they kind of like don't want to be themselves. Demaris came out, gave a little 2-step, dropped it. I said, "Oh shit, okay."
Well, I mean, she's a showman,
right?
Showgirl.
So we were talking about liking attention and seeking attention and wanting attention, and that turned into a whole conversation in the car. We were talking about the night you had your single release party. We walked in. Rory was like, "I'm not going on stage. I'm not talking to nobody."
Because I didn't want to.
I know. I get it. You didn't seek it, right? But when it happened, it was like you was looking like Frankie Blue Eyes up there at the fucking Blue Note.
Frankie Blue Eyes. First of all, I have green eyes.
Well, Frankie Green Eyes at the Blue Note. He was up there like, well, I'll tell you a thing about this second number we're about to play.
The first mix.
We just got it mixed. Yeah, so I'm like, I thought Rory didn't want to talk. I thought he didn't want to address nobody. But then once it happened, it's like, boom, it's on.
Why do something if you don't put 100% in, Mo?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
But first of all, you can be good at something and not like it. Well, all right. I like doing our shows. I guess that would be considered attention because we have a whole crowd looking at us. I like doing that, but not for the reason that I like attention.
Okay.
Because to me, if you like something, you go seek it.
Not necessarily though.
Because when we were at the single release shit, Banner, everyone was saying, hey, you need to go up there and talk. I was like, I don't want to. I'd rather
single release party.
I know, but I'd rather people just kick it and hang out. I didn't want the attention of me standing there. But if we're gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it half-ass, and I'm gonna try to make it fun because it'll be even worse if I'm sitting there like, hit play. Like at least I want to try to make it not weird.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that the entire time I was talking on the microphone. I kind of wanted to just go sit back in my seat and enjoy the music.
But you knew what you were doing. And that's what Maul's getting at.
Of course.
But that's being good at showmanship. That's not not meaning that you like what's happening.
And you were also in a room full of your family and friends. You weren't in front of a bunch of strangers.
And that's why I didn't want to do it, because like, why am I talking to people that I talk to on a daily basis? Like they know this.
Yeah, but it was just like once you're up there, like I get it. Like you're like, all right, I'm on stage. I got to talk. I don't want to stand up here and look awkward.
Yeah.
My thing with Demaris was because Demaris always tells us why she deactivates her IG account because she doesn't like attention.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, I didn't expect her to come on stage and drop it.
Yeah.
Like if somebody tell me they don't like attention, I'm not gonna expect that. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Like I love it. I'm not mad at it because it's like, okay, it's part of this. Give everybody, you know what I'm saying? They know Demaris, they know her voice, they know her face. They're like, okay, cool, that's Demaris. And then she give them a little drop. I'm with it, but I wasn't expecting that.
But Demaris also fully understands that we are doing a show, and she may not like to go out there and drop it, but knows it'll get a reaction, know it'll be part of the show, know it'll add to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she was sitting backstage like, oh, I just can't wait to get out there and drop my ass on that stage.
It kind of reminded me of like when Ron Burgundy went out to dinner and they asked him if he could play his flute, and he was like, no, I can't. And then he just takes out the flute and he gets on stage and just rips it.
Yeah, and like, granted, if we would have been to Demaris like, hey, go out there and drop it, and then she used her tie pants as breakaway pants, and was ready to go, that said twerk on the back, and they're like, all right, Demaris may be seeking attention right now.
She sent some graphics to Peach.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
But what I thought was so crazy with everything you said about us, you claim that you don't like attention, but we do.
Okay.
Because I think you're on the same scale as us in that regard. I think if put in a position, you will deliver on whatever needs to happen. Sure. I don't know if that necessarily means you like what's happening.
Well, yeah, I don't.
And can I have mixed feelings on attention?
Absolutely.
I like the attention because what it represents. Like if I'm out and someone says, hey, love the podcast, and I'm in the middle of something.
Right.
I may not like it, but that means that I'm doing something okay.
Right.
So I'll always acknowledge and be happy about that. I'm not like, I'm very grateful for that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But core of who I am may get uncomfortable when people do that, just because I don't like when people speak to me.
Come up to you in public. Yeah, I get it. I'm the same way. Like I don't like attention, but again, we have a show, we perform, we have people that subscribe to what we do, and then when we happen to see them, you know, just out and about.
I know at the end of the day, I'm nobody. So please, if that means we're doing great, if you want to come up and say what's up, I encourage it.
All love.
I don't know if that means you like it per se.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. I agree. I'm with you on that.
I could get really political and be like, oh, I only like attention for the good things about me.
Now that's some sick shit. That's some sick shit.
I hate attention when it's bad shit.
But that conversation spun us into a Carter 3, is it a classic album debate. I don't know how that happened. So yeah, that spun us into a whole debate on is the Carter 3 a classic? We started going through that whole playlist, played the Carter 3 album, and started listening to how some songs didn't age as well as we thought they did.
Yeah, which made me think not even so much to Wayne, because we have had that Carter 3 debate, and it was fun to go through that in a car ride in traffic and shit with different age groups and different walks of life and how they heard that album.
Mm-hmm.
But it had me thinking, and I'm gonna sound like the old man, get off my grass guy right now. If the Carter 3 has shit on here that I feel like, damn, it just didn't age well, and this is an incredible time.
Mm-hmm.
These new kids with this music, bro, that shit got 5 years till it doesn't sound
5,
like
less than that.
Like it's crazy how bad that stuff is gonna age.
Way less than 5 years. A lot of this shit has 5 months.
Like the fact that we were debating Wayne Comfortable as how it aged, I'm like, oh, these kids are fucked. It's like the music that they're listening to now, none of that is going to age well. And their audience is going to get older and be like, wow.
What did we said Dr. Carter, Phone Home, Lala, and
I think those were the only ones.
those were the 3 that we said were the worst.
Well, Maul hates Lollipop, but it's cool. We can move on. We've done the
I don't
Carter 3
hate it.
thing.
I just think I just don't like the way it aged. And rest in peace, Static Major, the legend.
Mhm.
But I just don't like the way it aged. Like I don't like to say lollipop.
Did you like to say it in 06?
I love to say it in 06. I couldn't wait to say it in 06.
Were you a pussy monster in 06?
I was not a pussy monster in 06. I was not a pussy monster. Like when that came on, we started talking. We was like, "Yo, do you want to rap like rappers' lyrics about them like being a pussy monster, eating pussy and all
Okay.
that?"
You want me to be the biggest rap nerd ever of how I can make a case how that is a classic?
Okay.
Yes.
And how that changed. And it's so funny that we would debate Pussy Monster.
Yes.
The idea of eating pussy was so against hip hop at the time. I'd never eat pussy. Every bar was like, yo, I'll just get another bitch to eat a pussy. Wayne changed hip hop in accepting and it being cool to eat pussy and being good at it. Now it's all every rapper talks about. It's cool to be a munch. It's he was Dwayne the Munch Carter way before that song ever came out.
Is it cool to be a munch though?
Well, to the kids. And first of all, Wayne never said he was
I feel like
eating
that's
and
still her
boogieing.
shitting on dudes, but I don't know.
They're trying to, but I don't think guys care.
I'm just saying
Don't
you
give
can
a fuck
say
no more.
you can
Okay.
say the song Pussy Monster, it isn't it, and I might agree with you. I'm not throwing that on at my age right now.
Yeah,
Never in
yeah,
the car.
yeah.
But I will say that did change the narrative of pussy eating for hip hop history.
I think a good way to kind of like gauge this from the artist,
Wayne walked so what's Munch Girl so Ice Spice could run
definitely.
at Rolling Loud.
I think that the good way to kind of like gauge these songs if they age well is like we have to wait and see these artists when they perform their set and see what songs they perform from these like albums that we love.
And that's always interesting when you talk to artists of the records that you think you would put on their set list, and they've been doing this for so long. They're like, bro, I love that song too.
I'm not
I figured it would be
performing
that.
no more.
Said I've performed that mad times. It's
And
a
it didn't,
dud.
It didn't come across well. But the car ride was dope. Back to New York. We went through the whole Carter 3 album. I believe we listened to something else.
We did Take Care.
We did Take Care.
We did Take Care.
We can say that for Patreon.
Yeah.
When we break down the Take Care argument. But we did miss Rolling Loud because of it. We didn't get to see Ice Spice and her debut of Munchin' in Queens.
I saw Fabio Foreign brought her out.
I believe it was Fabio, yeah.
Fabio Foreign brought her out, and the clip of her performance kind of went viral, and the fans were not too pleased or were not blown away by her performance. They didn't like it, I guess. But that's the thing, Rory. Back to our conversation of how people get on so fast, or one record takes off, then they're on stage at Rolling Loud in front of however many thousands of people. Ice Spice is not that type of an artist yet to throw in front of that type of a crowd.
For sure. And obviously records blow up way quicker than they used to, so artists don't.
The
They literally
record
could
blows
the
up
next day.
quicker than the talent does.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But I guess that's my problem too. And I know if it was a rumor, if it was true, when she was turning down all those $4,000 bags for all those hostings and performances.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, again, her management, one, would just take those because money is money right now. You don't know how long it's going to last.
Mm-hmm.
Two, use that shit as practice.
Yeah.
I don't care if you blow the 4K on security in bottles for your friends.
Right.
Use that as a way to see how crowds interact, see what bars they scream out, see what points you could stop rap. Like, you need to go practice. If I'm her manager, yes. Matter of fact, we'll do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, we'll go to Up and Down tonight. Let's get behind the DJ booth. So you got to practice because you got Rolling Loud in a week.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I fully understand and do sympathize with her. I saw people defending her like, come on, man, she just got out there. But don't also turn down a bunch of bags where you could have practiced and even made some money. Especially at this point in your career.
It's Well, I'm happy that she was able to, first of all, be in front of that crowd.
Sure, the record deserves to be on that Rolling Loud stage. For
Big
sure.
record.
One of the biggest records out now.
She's super hot right now. So it was good to see her, see Fabio bring her out and give her that opportunity to perform. People being a little harsh on her performance. But again, she's not, she's a new artist. She's not used to being on stage yet. So you gotta bear with it. I understand if you paid to see somebody, but I don't even think they knew that she was gonna perform. I think Fabio just brought her out and showed her love and gave her some time on his set, which was dope.
And also Rolling Loud, and I don't want to make this sound like a dig, because shout out to Rolling Loud. They've been doing constant festivals that have been safe and shit. Like I have nothing but great things to say about them and their artist list and everything. It is the concert of backtracks. Like no one really raps; they just play the record.
Yeah.
So you can't be that mad that Ice Spice wasn't it when literally almost every single artist at Rolling Loud throws on the song and raps along to it.
Paid for appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really a bunch of it's a party. Rolling Loud is a walkthrough party. Your favorite artist walks on stage and is like, "Yo, this is the song."
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, shout out to Ice Spice for hitting the Rolling Loud stage. I know that was crazy for her to walk out and see all those people standing there.
I'm mad we missed it. I would like to see you, because I got to witness you watch Summer. Eddin got to witness you see Bad Bunny. Like you've been getting into your fan bag lately. I would like to see how you gave it up.
For Ice Spice?
For Icy.
Well, she's from the Bronx, so I got to represent for her. I got to,
I feel that.
Yeah, I got to represent for the Bronx.
Fellow Ginger, too, so, I would have been right there.
Oh, absolutely. You should have been on stage with her. They wouldn't been able to tell her.
What if I was Ice Spice's hype man?
Fraternal twins.
Yeah. You could definitely be Ice Spice's fraternal, not fraternal. Hype man.
If I had taken her red fro, I would look like Annie.
Yeah.
Call you Manny.
There's a viral...
My name is not Manny.
Oh, you're Irish. Danny, my bad.
Danny boy.
Oh, Danny boy.
I gotta remix that. I do the drill record of Danny boy.
Now you could be Old Spice. I feel like that's Irish deodorant. I feel like that's Irish deodorant, right? Y'all got Irish
Ice
Spring.
Spice and Old
Irish
Spice.
Spring is the...
That's so.
Yo,
they have Irish Spring deodorant?
DM me, man. Let's start this group.
Oh, okay, so you be Irish Spring. Ice Spice and Irish Spring.
Look, yo, she gotta DM me. I think we're on to something.
I think so too.
They call it the speed stick.
Yuck. You can tell a lot by a man's deodorant. Like if you go on somebody's back, like and just see their deodorant, you're like, okay, I know what type of nights he be having.
And body wash, yeah. You can tell a lot about.
Yeah, it's like that's what you be in the shower using.
I like women's Dove spray. That's where I'm at in my life. Women have better.
You spray deodorant?
Yeah.
That shit irritates me. I can't use that shit. Yeah, I can't use
you guys have pussy pits then.
pussy. I do have pussy pits.
Be a man.
Yeah, I can't, bro. I can't use spray.
Be a man. Throw some water and some Gold Bond on that.
Spray deodorant, I cannot use. That shit fucking
You
irritates
definitely
my
throw
arms.
Gold Bond on your chest in the summertime.
No way. I never understood that baby powder shit on the neck and chest. I never understood that.
It helps with sweating.
Just like I don't understand seeing a man outside with like sandals on with his toes out. It's not that hot. Like if I'm not on a beach or by a pool,
You got an issue with sandals now?
bro, walking through fucking 6th Avenue in the city and
that's
with
fair.
sandals on? It's insane.
No, that is insane. I thought
it's
you meant
not
like
that hot
in the
outside,
leisure of like
No.
around your neighborhood.
No, I'm talking about Midtown, like on the subway,
that's a lot. Yeah.
on the bus.
No, that's nasty.
And you got pants on though, with the sandals. Like, what is that?
I
It's
have
not
not
that
seen
hot
that.
outside, bro. Like, you could put sneakers on or you could put some regular shoes on. I promise you, it's not that hot.
I'm a socks and slides guy, so who am I
Yeah,
to talk?
yeah, of course, but not in the city. You would wear that in the city?
I've done socks and slides when I didn't have to walk a lot in the city.
Nah, I can't do that,
Wear the
man. I
Crocs
just feel like you got to be always.
Yeah, I've done Crocs and socks in the city before.
Well, Crocs, if you put them in sport mode, we know.
Yeah, you can-
That's kind of
you
like
have some
having like
leverage.
some slippers on or some comfortable sneakers. But I saw a video. Some dudes was running out of the cops had raided a trap house, I think in Texas somewhere, and the dudes was jumping out of the second floor window to get out of the apartment, and all of them had Crocs on. I'm like, y'all in a trap house doing illegal shit, and y'all not wearing sneakers in case y'all got to run.
I mean, you're not thinking of it.
You should be thinking that when you're doing illegal shit. You should be thinking
Well,
like we may have
I mean,
to run in a minute.
You've, I'm sure, been in the kitchen cooking and just wanted to just lay back, let your hair down,
Not
your
in the-
feet out.
not in the trap
yeah,
house.
Yeah, leisure. They were
Like,
cooking
look.
with leisure.
Look at this dude.
Look at the croc out the window.
Like, yo, how are y'all wearing Crocs like in a trap house?
Okay, but don't do that because,
He didn't put it in sport mode.
and I only know this because of movies. But I've seen all like, even American Gangster and why am I blanking on New Jack City? They had all the girls butt ass naked. And then when Russell Crowe raided, like now the girls are just naked in the projects running around. They didn't even let the girls wear socks.
Well, yeah, nah. We need to see everything. Y'all not gonna be stealing no work out of here.
All right, so we've confirmed that Ice Spice and Old Spice will be on the Rolling Loud stage next year as a group.
I'll be there to support. I'll be there with a sign.
Yeah, I got you on the All Access Artist Pass
Come
and
on,
shit.
man. Look out for me. Thank you.
But speaking of groups, Offset didn't perform with the group. Was this his debut solo performance? Like outside of probably like a few club joints or whatever?
I'd say festival-wise, yeah.
Festival-wise, I think so. He did Kimmel, I think. He did Kimmel.
Because Quavo and Takeoff did Summer Smash in Chicago, so they had been already doing some shows together. But.
Yeah.
But it's still different with two people of a 3-man group performing. That one solo shit is different.
Yeah.
But from the video I saw, it looked great. Of course, he was performing Migos songs as he fucking should.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that, but it must have been a little weird putting that set together. Because so much, when you have 3 people, and for the most part, all 3 of them usually put a verse on it.
Yeah.
Or are heavily involved. Their hooks are all 3 of them. Like, of course, you can have backtracks and all that type of shit, but yeah, is it just a one verse set list throughout the entire thing?
I mean, a lot of the times, artists that were in the group or they had songs with features, because it's just like having a song with features on it. Whatever, you play your verse, maybe the hook, and you get out of there. So it's not too much of an adjustment. But for me, for Offset, it's different because, it was a group with his family. And, Bad and Bougie is obviously one of the biggest records of however the last many years. But the dope part about it was the whole raindrop, drop top bar in the middle of a storm. Leather suit on, ski goggles. Looks like he was prepared for the rain.
For sure. I will say, I was home during that
picture
rain.
right there. If he doesn't, he needs to take that, find the photographer, take that, frame that, put that in the house because that's hard.
Well, I guess my question is because I've seen Wu-Tang members perform solo. I've seen them perform 2 of them, 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Big Boy when he was doing Rock the Bells by himself.
Yeah.
So it's not rare, but I guess this is a compliment to the Migos. All of their songs are the 3 of them on every single fucking part, whether it's ad-libs, whether it's going in and out on some Kiss and style shit in their own type of way.
And not only that, too, the performance of it. Because they're so used to being 3 of them. So just spacing on the stage.
Like, whereas with Wu-Tang, a lot of times it's verse, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, where they don't complement each other's verses the way Migos do. That's why, like, when I go to a Ghost and Ray show, it's not as weird as it may be with this. So, I mean, I commend Offset for pulling a set off. And Big Boy, too. I mean, Big Boy has a good solo catalog, so that's helpful with him. But I will say there was a lot of times during his Rock the Bell set that I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to have to cut this record off short.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a classic, but it's just one. It doesn't hit the same.
I like Offset, though, man. He looks good on the stage. He looks like he's getting comfortable. Again, I know it's an adjustment, but he doesn't look awkward. His stage presence is really great. The only thing about this performance is I wish that was like a new solo Offset record in that moment that the crowd was reacting to like that. But the fact that it was Bad and Bougie still, that's a classic record. And again, that moment in the rain by himself, dancing and getting into his solo bag, like it was good to see Offset. I like Offset.
I commend it because you got to imagine performing for your whole career with 2 of your family members and then having to go rock Rolling fucking Loud in the rain by yourself. That's difficult. That's not an easy thing to do. So shout out to Offset and shout out to Rolling Loud. From what I hear, again, there was no injuries.
Great weekend.
There were serious injuries.
Yeah, it wasn't no too many acts of violence.
Yeah.
With some drunkies that were running around doing drunk shit, but you expect that at a festival.
Oh, that's 7 Train coming back from Citi Field.
Good luck.
Oh,
good luck.
Just so sardines box.
Yeah.
But anyways, since we didn't do Rolling Loud, I finished the Dahmer series. I was dry in my home looking at the rain while also watching a serial killer.
I got up to episode 6.
Okay.
Demaris had hit the group chat and told us, I think Saturday, that the entire season, because I thought when I watched it when it first premiered on Netflix, I think I saw only 1 episode that was available, and then Julian said it was 2 when we got back from DC Saturday, and then Saturday night, Demaris said, the entire season is available. So then I watched 2 more episodes Saturday night, and I watched 2 more episodes Sunday night. So I'm on going into episode 7. Great series. I believe that this is going to win a whole bunch of awards.
What's the gentleman's name that's playing Jeffrey Dahmer?
Evan Peters.
Is he the same guy from
American Horror
Story?
Yeah.
Yes. Same guy from American Horror Story. Really good actor. He's doing a great job.
He's gonna get every offer under the sun.
It's just
after the shit. He played this role almost like too good.
Yeah.
And not even like, because there's a whole episode called Silence that is when he's with the deaf gentleman that he ends up murdering.
Mm-hmm.
There's no dialogue, and he does a fucking masterclass in acting of just facial expressions and just creepy energy on a screen is not even how it was scored. Just his fucking face. Like I don't understand how you can have your eyes look so creepy all the time.
Yeah.
Like he just smoked this entire role.
That's his bag in American Horror Story too, though. He always plays the really creepy, under the radar.
Yeah.
There's the one season where he's a star, and it's like the Trump election season, and he kills that. He's like a school shooter kind of kid.
It's just amazing to me that stories like this and series like this are always number one, like on Netflix or Amazon, wherever these shows are streaming at. And it's like, so the entire country is sitting around in their homes watching this, and really diving into it, having talk pieces on social media about it, redigging up the footage and of the real case, real photos of the victims.
Well, we as a country are obsessed with death that doesn't have anything to do with us or affect us, that we can watch safely from our homes. It doesn't even necessarily have to be serial killer shit. We've had the conversation about The Wire and Snowfall. Like, just in general, anything where there's crime, death, or something we could watch from behind the glass that doesn't affect us, we are all the way in. We were talking off mic with Demaris. Law & Order SVU has probably been the most popular sitcom at this point. It is a sitcom at this point.
It's definitely a
forever.
sitcom.
And look at the one that is the most popular, SVU. It's we just as a country love
we're
nasty
fascinated.
shit that we can be
Fascinated with
safe.
it.
Now, if it happens to us, oh my God, how could you exploit this?
And that's
But-
the thing about this one. It's like these are real families
Yeah.
that these are real victims, real families that were affected by this that, I'm pretty sure are seeing everybody talk about the series. Some of them are probably even watching the series.
I'm sure.
But it's just fucked up to think that, we're watching this and like, this is some sick shit, but this really happened. Some things, some facts and some things about the series are kind of manipulated a little bit to fit the series. But this is a true story, unfortunately. Jeffrey Dahmer, I remember hearing that name when I was younger. I don't remember the entire case, but watching this series on Netflix and just like, getting information and then like reading real clips on social media about the case and what really happened and things like that. It's crazy to think that families really went through this.
Yeah.
Families really went through this. And now people are being paid to portray this.
Yeah.
Like on TV.
Winning awards.
Winning awards for this. So what does this do for the next young serial killer right now that's sitting at home that's like, do they aspire to be a Netflix
I don't mean
star?
to laugh. It's just funny to hear that. Like the kids at home
Yeah, because
that want to potentially...
Jeffrey Dahmer was a kid. He was a kid at
for
one
sure.
point. He had his issues like we're seeing, but he's not going to be the last one.
Well, I mean, that's always been, even the debate I remember after Columbine was like, okay, we put these kids on the cover of Time after it happened, and that's what they wanted. Like, we're giving every kid that is in dire need of attention and feels bullied and wants to feel wanted. All right, if they do this, they will become popular and they will get what they want.
They'll be on the cover of every fucking magazine, every newsstand, every television.
You know what's funny? I do really think Jeffrey Dahmer, back to the seeking attention conversation in full circle, I do not think he was one of those people that wanted to be some star that everyone talked about. I think once he realized he could be one, when he got to prison, which is why America is so fucking sick, that he had fans and people were like really treating him as if he was Michael Myers, which is a fictional thing.
Yeah,
that he was like, oh, fuck, I can be wanted this way? This was worth it.
Right.
So it speaks to America too, because we all know, and we talked about it with the Adnan case, even though he didn't do that, he is gonna come home to all this fetish shit of these women that love murderers in prison, and that's what Jeffrey Dahmer had. He was getting.
He was understated in prison, and then the letters and the money started coming in, and then he started feeling himself, and then he just started becoming an asshole to everyone in the prison.
Yeah,
and he was ultimately killed in prison by another inmate. Yeah,
Well,
it's just. I'm gonna finish it, but it's a crazy story.
Well, is there statute limitations on jokes with the woke culture? Because I feel you. This is exploiting it, but there were some things I was laughing at.
I mean, well, say it, and if they cancel you, that's how you find out if there's
my homie really shimmied the fuck up out of there. Like, if somebody ever kidnapped me and I need to get away, I'm throwing ass too. Did y'all see him?
There was in every single scenario. Of course, hindsight is 20/20, but how many more red flags from the moment you open that door do you need?
Yo, the smell.
I don't want to. I'm not victim blaming here, but come on.
Fuck
I'm
the
not
smell. You told my friend you live at this address and took me to a whole other address. Is it just because I'm a woman and like I have to pay attention to these things that I'm like,
Well, I'm sure gay men have to have their radar up on a lot of shit as well. Not to the degree of women, but I'm sure that community has other Jeffrey Dahmer type people.
It was crazy. The one episode where he had the body laying on the floor by the bed, and the cop went in there and he was like, "Oh, there's gay stuff in there." It is. And that stopped the cop from going all the way in the room. He was like, "Oh, like I don't want to. I'll just peek in here and see what's going on." It's like there's a body right by the bed.
But
there's a head in the fridge.
And just the way he said it, and I don't know if we laugh at Jeffrey Dahmer in that or how great it was acted. Anytime, I don't know, officer, there's some gay shit over there.
And that just stops them from like going in and probing a little more. Like, oh yeah, there's gay shit in there.
Cop's like, what's in there? He's like, well, officer, it's just a bunch of more gay shit.
And then they don't go in there.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, what are you and your boyfriend doing in there? You know,
A bunch of
gay
gay
stuff.
shit, gay stuff.
If this was a horror film, because so many people escaped, it would have ended in the first 5 minutes. It's one of those when you watch it on a big screen, you would have been like, come on, this wouldn't have lasted.
Yeah.
But it did because it was an understated community. He lived in the hood. No one cared about these people. And they were gay black men. So they were just like, yeah, let him do his thing.
Well, as also someone that's went out to the bars and tried to pick women up, Jeffrey Dahmer was pretty smooth. He always left with something. Okay, Demaris, as someone that I deem a very good cook, how did you feel about Jeffrey Dahmer not even putting oil in the pan, let alone any seasoning, when he threw the liver into the skillet?
well, liver has a lot of flavor.
Okay, so that's one of those, like, where if it's a good cut of meat, you don't want to.
So he ain't need no seasoning on that? No cut?
He did need some seasoning.
What about a dipping sauce with the liver?
Blood? I thought didn't he have like blood?
There's got to be. All right, did he have a stomach ache the next day? Drinking blood and eating livers, like, it's got to do something to indigestion.
How does that happen?
Did he have heartburn? Did he have heartburn after that? No pun intended.
We do it every day.
It should be good for you, honestly. Yeah.
You know, we've talked about like going to White Castle and
all the iron,
and sometimes what that toilet looked like the next day.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
what about after a nice liver, human liver? What do you think the toilet's like?
Not bad, probably.
The same thing as after you eat an animal liver. What?
Yeah,
I know that fucking apartment.
I just feel like cannibalism's got to be different.
Yeah.
That apartment, it looked like it stink on TV.
Yeah, he had rotten.
Like they made it look like it stink. Like that kitchen looked like it stink.
Yeah, I mean,
I actually thought it was a well put together shitty apartment.
Do y'all remember? Well, Eddin, you grew up uptown in the Bronx. Have you ever like smelled the dead body in the building, like an apartment?
100%. Yeah, burnt hair and everything.
That doesn't really happen anymore.
I mean,
like you don't hear about that.
They get the dead bodies pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I guess because people have everybody has a cell phone, social media.
But I've thank God and never want to know what burning flesh smells like. But that building must have been.
They said it smells like bacon.
I see that.
I can't see that.
Like it's meat. It smelled like meat. Like weird.
My homegirl,
like tacos?
my homegirl who's in surgery,
Like
she said cauterized flesh smells like bacon. But knowing what it is makes you sick. It's not a happy bacon smell.
So back to Rory's point about him just getting his shit off. Look at the dates when he really started getting into his bag. Look how close these killings are to each other.
No, it was
He was averaging like 2 a month.
It was crazy.
Look at that. That's 5-7 days apart. The last two.
No, he was getting busy, and I feel like it did start to get around that community where one dude was like stopping another one from getting in the cab, and the bath houses were like, we can't have you here. I just feel like the gay community in Milwaukee probably wasn't huge. Nobody was like, fam, this guy's not allowed at this bar anymore.
Yeah.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Well, the one guy kicked him out of the whatever those homes
the bath houses. But he kept going back to the same bar, and who knows? That could have just been the TV show. But I mean, how many gay bars were in Milwaukee in the 90s?
Not many.
It's a very sad case, and the police were fucking awful during the entire
Police
thing.
were negligent a lot in this, obviously in this whole situation.
The military, he was raping his bunkies. The military was negligent.
The military is still negligent.
I was going to say.
If you want to hear some recent stories about the military, they're still negligent in a lot of shit, unfortunately. But
what's the craziest lie that you've gotten off the longest? Because he did the meat has spoiled for, I think, all 17. Like, yeah, I just had a bunch of meat.
The fridge is broke. I'm going to clean it tomorrow. Then he told the neighbor, oh, yeah, that's my fish. My tropical fish died. They caught something called ick. What he said, ick?
He said the ick.
I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck? That's not fish in a tank smelling like that. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Also, I don't know if you guys have gotten to the Silence episode with the deaf gentleman that he killed. Jeffrey Dahmer created a board game when he was a kid. Talk about a shitty board game. No thought put into it. Like, what a very uncreative child. I will say, I see why he got into murder, because he had no creativity. He literally created a game where you just roll a dice and just go the amount of spaces until you get to the end.
And they use like the wishbone as pieces.
Yeah.
Sick. Like, who's... listen, man, Dahmer's on Netflix now. If you haven't watched it, it seems like the whole country is watching it, the whole world's watching it because it's #1 on Netflix.
Who do you guys blame for him becoming a monster?
I don't think he stood a chance.
Yeah, his upbringing, his parents.
It was like inevitable between what his father was.
Well, at least we know his mother's not crazy.
Well, no,
the UFOs are real.
That is
So
that is
they
true.
thought she was crazy. The UFOs, we did find out they're real. So
Where's his brother at? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, man. But this is again, this series is #1. People are watching it. People are loving it. So yeah, watch it. I'll finish it. I didn't want to finish it because I'm just like, this is crazy. But I'm gonna finish it just because I'm 7 episodes in, so I got to finish it at this point.
And where is the serial killer game at these days?
When was the last serial killer we had?
And what defines a serial killer?
I think it has to be more than 3 people, maybe.
3, right? Yeah, I think it has to be more than an Uber's worth.
Typically 3 or more.
Like how many people can fit in an Uber?
Yeah.
Like an Uber XL or?
XL seems like that's a serial.
But I feel like
That's a serial.
But serial should be like, what if someone just has, I would never say justify killings, but reasons for killing 3 different people, 3 different reasons. Serial killer, I feel like you're just killing people because
Like
you have the urge to kill.
How many bodies until that's no longer a viable excuse?
Yeah. I don't know. I just wish people would stop doing this.
So you have to have a cooling off period in between in order to be considered a serial killer. Like if I go kill you on Tuesday, Eddin on Wednesday, Julian on Thursday, I'm not a serial killer. You have to have a cooling off period.
Well, I mean, you ruined this fucking podcast. I'll tell you that much. But
So you have to give the police time to like try to catch you before you kill your next victim?
Well, it has to be like,
Dahmer
You have to go on vacation?
He took a 7-year gap because his first kill was an accident.
Yeah, he was young. He was still in high school, right?
He just killed the one white boy. He was like, shit.
Yeah.
He's
just
white.
because he was trying to get to the festival.
Yeah.
Like, hey, slow down, man. Have a beer with me.
Tried to kiss him. He was like, whoa. Are you taking me to the festival or not? I'm like, what?
It's almost 7.
He just wanted some sugar before y'all went to the festival. That's all.
Did you guys watch the actual real Jeffrey Dahmer interview? Because of course I watched it after the series.
Of course you did.
Because I'm weird.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer's my favorite serial killer. You're not weird for that. Like I've always loved his interviews.
Oh,
What makes you your
Jeffrey
favorite?
Dahmer is your
Well, give me
favorite.
your top 5 dead or alive.
Give me your Mount Rushmore of serial killers. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of killers?
Anyway, he was always my favorite because I always felt like there was a way he could have been saved. He was
So him and Ted Bundy are like 1A, 1B
no,
for
I
you?
never was a big Ted Bundy fan.
Okay.
Yeah, she's more underground. Like Ted Bundy was too mainstream for her.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer is not underground.
Well, that's like, I mean, neither is Jay-Z, but he's your #1 rapper. He's
Yeah.
like the exception.
Dahmer was more of a hipster anyway.
Dahmer's like the Nas to
Yeah.
Bundy's Jay.
Exactly.
sure.
Exactly.
There was more of an art.
Anyway, Rory, you watched the documentary.
I'm still waiting for your top 5 because you have a 1. So you have to have a 2 and 3.
No, because I know how crazy that sounds.
Do you have any women in there?
Have you ever written to a prisoner serving life that may have murdered somebody?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Have you ever busted open on home wave for somebody that's in the prison system?
No.
Do you
Say, wait, what did you say?
You never got naked on camera on home wave for somebody that's locked up?
No.
You ever going crazy on core links?
No. People go to jail. They know. I see when you get out.
See me when you get out. No,
Jesus.
that's the point. I'm in here for another 16 years. Like, I'm going to be here for a while. I need to see some titties now.
Are you one of those people that says technically Charlie Manson didn't kill anyone?
Well, technically, you didn't.
Oh, God.
Are you?
Are you?
I
Yeah,
figured
He
you
was
would
more, he's more in like the Rico stages for me. Like he was the boss that told people to kill.
Okay.
So he still deserves to be in prison, but you know,
Yeah.
he
But
wasn't
you never think he caught a body.
he didn't pull the trigger.
You don't think he ever pulled the trigger?
No, I don't think Charles Manson killed anyone. Or unless he did, not in that serial killer era when he was killing all of Hollywood
Oh no,
and shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He might have done some sick shit before. He deserved to be in prison. Don't get me wrong. He's a sick fuck.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying he didn't kill anyone. He
I get what you're
manipulated other
saying.
people.
He didn't actually kill anyone with his hands, but he killed people.
Yeah,
He had people killed. Let's leave it at that.
more or less.
Yeah.
All right, well, serial killers. A wild card for me, and just maybe because there's certain artists that you just have a closer relationship with, so you like them a little bit more. Son of Sam is definitely in my top 3. My mother lived next door to him. My mother was pretty much the woman, was Mrs. Cleveland in the Dahmer case. That was my mom in the Son of Sam case.
Was it?
My mother lived in the same building as Son of Sam.
Oh,
in
wow.
Yonkers, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
at the same time. So like I'm tied to David. We go back.
David. You remember when they had, what was it, the Iceman?
Yeah, but
We was scared as shit in the Bronx of the Iceman. They took, every newspaper had him on there. He looked like everybody in the hood.
But it ended up he lied about a lot of that shit. Like he was just a compulsive liar. He definitely killed a few people, but he was not what they said. Like most of the people he murdered, it ended up other people. And he was like a hired killer at one point. He wasn't like Son of Sam who just heard the dog barking and was like.
He claimed to murder over 100 people.
The Iceman?
Yeah.
Cops and even people post all this have said he's one of the biggest liars ever and really didn't kill.
He's the game of murderers.
Yes, pretty much.
The game.
And he name dropped mad people in the mob too. Like anytime he's like, Sammy the Bull, John Gotti. Right on the stand. Yeah. He is the game of serial killers for sure.
John Gotti interlude.
Yeah. And then when I watched the Son of Sam.
You saw what Michael Francesi said about him? He said he's a pathological liar. I spent 25 years in that life on the street. I never heard his name mentioned once.
Yeah.
You're not a serial killer.
He's the 6ix9ine of the serial killer game.
Oh my God. Remember the Hammer Man? You remember the Hammer Man?
I don't know.
Eddin. Oh no, Eddin was
Well, did you guys watch the Son of Sam recent doc on Netflix? Oh, it's really good. I didn't know it. It really was not just David Berkowitz. There was like 4 or 5 of them. It was a whole crew, and they were tied to the Manson family.
Sick.
And my mom was in the safest place because he never killed anywhere near his crib.
No, you can't
The
shit.
safest place was to be next door to him.
Yeah. You can't shit where you live. You know that.
And I never understood why my mom, anytime like would get in a jam, couldn't be like, well, I live next door to Son of Sam. I heard the dog barking. You don't know where my thoughts have been.
That's some scary shit when you think about it, though.
For sure. Yeah, right on Pine Street.
That's when you living like in buildings and shit in the hood growing up. It's always interesting. Like you really don't know. Like aside from seeing your neighbors in the hall and passing and shit like that, you really don't know what the fuck they be having going on in their apartment
At all.
Like if your neighbors never like I'm talking about like on your floor next door, you've never like been in their apartment. When I was growing up, it was something weird about that because everybody in the building knew everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So if you never like went, you going in their apartment, like, yo, it's stinking there. I'm never going in their apartment again. Like,
but that's changed drastically. Like, and I don't want to say just with gentrification, but with neighborhoods, people come and go out of buildings way more than they used to.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now you're like a creep if you even talk to your neighbors. It's like, what's wrong with that guy?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's just trying to get to know the person he's living next door to, like a sane human being.
Yeah, like I hear y'all fucking, or I might as well say hello when we're going to throw the trash out and I see you in the fucking compactor room.
John Wayne Gacy was touched upon in the Dahmer doc towards the end because he was getting lethal injection while Dahmer was locked up, and he was a sick fuck. He was a clown at children's parties, but he 30 plus victims, would go in costume and strip people naked, tie them up. In the show, they actually show him drowning a kid and like sodomizing him and then raping and killing him. So like that was his bag.
Jeffrey Dahmer went to the prison priest and was like, I don't think I'm as bad as him. Like, we're not about to compare this, father. Yeah, I hope they actually, well, I shouldn't say that. I hope they do the same television series about that clown guy. I didn't know much about him. He was sick as fuck.
They have some stuff on John Wayne Gacy, no?
Yeah, they definitely
I'm
do.
sure.
They have a bunch of documentaries about them, but I don't know about like. I think this reenactment show is like a totally different format.
Yeah, Conversations with a Killer. That was their most this had a moment on Netflix.
Just because, you know, I'm really into aesthetics. The Zodiac Killer definitely might make my top 5, especially because he's never been caught. And he's
probably the most, aside from Dahmer, he might be the most popular.
I think it's Ted Bundy, Zodiac, Dahmer, or maybe Ted Bundy, Dahmer, Zodiac.
Mm.
But I met so many people today, over the weekend, who were like, I've never heard of Jeffrey Dahmer before this doc. And I'm like, how?
How old were they?
Because a lot of people are young.
My age.
Yeah.
But he got caught in like, what, 91, 92?
Yeah. But Jeffrey Dahmer became more, and they kind of touched on it in the series, like more of a comic book punchline. Like it almost wasn't real. Like they would put Jeffrey Dahmer in with the made up, scary murderer killer people. Like, whereas Ted Bundy never was that. He was just like, oh, that was that serial killer. Jeffrey Dahmer really became a Halloween costume.
He was
Like no one dressed up as Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez was another one of those guys.
Oh, the Night Stalker? Yeah.
Yeah, they just had his story on Netflix a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I appreciate him repping for Eddin's
Alma mater.
Yeah, he's like the Bad Bunny of serial
Could
killers.
that be murdering the pussy?
Excuse me?
So if you guys were to go down the murderous route, what would your calling card be to all your victims? Like Maul, would you drop a money bag on their index finger?
Are you asking what our branding would be with, our murders?
You know, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I'll probably leave like a money bag and like a half lit joint in the ashtray. Some weed.
Well, that DNA is probably all over that.
Yeah, but they got to find me to know who it matches to, right?
I'm sure they have your fingerprints in the system.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm joking.
I used to file my fingerprints like before they would take it, because I saw that in a movie once. Like just like take a matchbook and rub it on your fingerprints, and they can't find it. No bullshit. I did that one time. I got locked up.
Did they not know that those were your fingerprints? There's no way that worked.
Well, one time they said they couldn't.
That was like, drink a bunch of cranberry juice and the weed won't show up in your piss.
One time they couldn't get my print off my thumb. No, I know that. Like he kept trying to. It was like because it went from the ink to the electronic, and it was like every time I rolled my finger, he was like, "Are you pressing it hard?" I was like, "Sir, I don't know if you want me to press any harder on this." Like
crimes must have been so easy when it was ink for a fingerprint.
That's why a lot of this shit I'm looking at now, like
shit so easily.
This would never happen in today's, because it's too much technology, there's too many cameras.
Oh no,
and people just have common sense. Like
he was at the bar, he would have been TikTok 35 times by the time he walked out of that place.
Like,
Look who's here.
Yeah, like he wouldn't have made it to the first kill.
Hey, Rory, what would your calling card be?
With me, it's tough because I wouldn't want to be compared to Chucky. Because they try to do something with the red hair and that. And first of all, I thought Chucky was weird because I would kick the shit out of a doll if it tried to kill me. Like, I would punt that doll over my fucking roof.
Rory would just rub Irish Spring deodorant under the victim's armpits
I could see that.
and walk out.
Yeah.
They were like, listen, he's dead, but he smells great.
Or like put a 4-leaf clover on their forehead for every kill. The Clover Killer.
The Clover Killer.
I think we're on to something.
That accent was great.
Oh, man.
Well, we're not going to do that because
No.
I would be a terrible serial killer. Because like how nice the deaf guy was throughout the entire series. I was like, come on, Jeff, you don't see how beautiful this soul is? I would get halfway through it like, oh, he's too kind. Look at his eyes. Can't murder
The thought
him.
of just like sawing somebody and like cutting them up, that just takes a different type of mentality, bro. Like to cut somebody up and to carry their body parts into like a drum and just drop it in there, like, and then know that shit is in like downstairs. That shit is that's some crazy shit, man.
I think the actual Clover Killer won't be a serial killer.
Why is that?
Because I see all the women that follow the BBL trend to be super thick. The tides are changing.
Mm-hmm.
The trends are going back to naturally sized women. Even with surgery, women are getting surgery to look naturally sized, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's an aesthetic change.
So should the Clover Killer be that I'll just take all the women from BBL and chop them back down to what women should look like?
No, that's
Let me not say should. I'm sorry. That's offensive. How women naturally look like. I take it back. Naturally is offensive now.
Everything's offensive. We know that. But I think what you're saying is women are going for a more not so noticeably voluptuous enhancement.
Well, no. Naturally,
Some women are
voluptuous women are beautiful.
Yeah, well, women are beautiful.
Women were trying to
Voluptuous
chase that with surgery.
Right.
Now I think they're going back to the, I guess, slimmer fit.
Well,
yeah.
I don't even fucking know what's going on.
If women have had enhancements and they added curves and, they're now going for a more slimmer aesthetic because, I think that women feel like it got a little out of control.
It did get and if I may use a Drake line, I'm with a woman whose ass is slightly embarrassing.
Yeah.
That was not a woman with a natural ass.
No.
That was someone that put way too much.
Yeah. Too much oomph in it.
Yeah. And now these women
too much oomph.
And now these women are 30 and it's like, oh wow.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. As women get older, women age, they start to realize like, all of these curves and enhancements, it's like, it's not, I can't really wear certain things, without it being like overly sexualized. I can't wear certain dresses to dinner without it looking like, it's just too much hanging out, too much showing. So they're going for more slimmer, more conservative.
So that's the Clover Killer.
God-given.
The Clover Killer is the answer to Dr. Miami is what you're saying. I'm that answer.
Okay.
With no medical degree.
Hey, listen, you don't need one sometimes, right? Some of these women are getting enhanced by people that have no medical degree too.
Dahmer was not a certified chef.
No, he was
frying up that liver.
Yeah. Hibachi, if you will.
Yo, can you imagine serial killer hibachi?
Yeah.
Like imagine him just flicking up some liver into.
Yeah. Hey, open your mouth. He throws
what would he use
in your mouth.
What would he use for the choo-choo
blood.
train? What would he use for the volcano?
That would definitely be like
the femur.
Intestines.
Oh,
that would be some intestines. I believe they call it chitlins.
Coil them up.
They call it.
what type of discharge would the sake be? I'm just asking.
He's like,
can't be blood.
Well, to be more specific, we're referring to Kim Kardashian, who's recently been seen, who looks about half her size.
And it's amazing because Kim is probably, responsible for the change aesthetically in women. Like as far as beauty, her look, her style.
Well, change starts at the top.
Yeah, she's easily one of the most aesthetically influential women
I think
on the
Kim
planet.
took a lot from other people, but she was just the most popular.
Yeah.
To do it. So I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, she changed the beauty aesthetics.
She looked at a specific group of women and said, "Make me look like that."
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then,
for sure, she made it
and then
popular.
and then white bitches followed.
She made it popular. She made even from
she is a white bitch.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. Kim looked at black women.
There you go.
Let's get specific. And was like, "Let me take all the amazing features and surgically do it."
Yeah,
in that regard.
But now she's trying to scale it back. Let's scale it back. Because Kim, I believe before even the enhancement, she was curvy. She had a nice shape.
I'm never going to pretend to know. We've argued. I know nothing about Kim Kardashian when y'all did.
Well,
so I don't know what she looks like.
Well, let's just take it back to the Ray J tape era.
Still, I think I've seen.
She was curvy.
I think I've seen a Vine of it. I don't really know.
Vine.
I've never.
She looked great. No, she did. She looked great. And I'm not even sure if she had surgery back then. If she had work on her body done at that point, but she looked great even back then. So, but now she looks great now. Even the Slim Kim looks.
But we're so used to seeing her as the thicker version of herself that, to me, even the newer one, even though it's probably her in her more natural state, just looks unhealthy.
Well, because it's such a change.
Probably a change.
It's such a change. That's what it is.
But even with like a lot of the facial surgery, like there's millions of beautiful skinny black women that I still feel like Kim is stealing from here too.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But
nobody influences the planet like black culture. So
of course. Well, yeah, I guess that won't be my Clover Killer thing. That won't be my signature. It's to chop women up from thick to skinny. But into better news, like couple news. Your guy, Carl Anthony Towns.
Cat.
My dad got inducted into his high school
athletic Hall of Fame with Karl Anthony Towns this past year.
Really?
We were on the pod together. Did I never
Wow.
say that? Maybe just because I keep my personal life.
What
personal.
sport did your dad play?
My dad ran track at St. Joe's in Metuchen. He had went to school in Newark and then transferred to St. Joseph's in Metuchen, New Jersey. I think I'm correct. Maybe Scotch Plains, whatever. Karl Anthony Towns did not show up to the ceremony. I went with my dad though. He got inducted into his high school Hall of Fame with Karl Anthony Towns.
That's dope.
Which I thought was really fucking cool.
That's some cool shit.
I think Karl he sent like a video in that we watched.
Okay.
But he didn't make it. But that
Maybe
shit-
it was in season. Maybe was the season still going?
Probably. I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
And then also, is it Beasley?
Michael Beasley?
I think Michael Beasley went to that high school too. He, I think, was inducted.
Okay.
Um,
One of the most underrated players.
and then
ever.
my guy Jay Williams, who got in the motorcycle accident.
Mhm. Yeah, he's a Jersey native.
He was also in that high. Yeah, it was a really cool just high school experience. And I'm like, Dad, you?
Yeah, like he's a Jay Will.
They were like throwing the white
Michael
boy.
Beasley.
They had to throw the white boy in.
Yeah. So token white. Yeah, he ran track. He was pretty
He
decent.
ran a good split.
Yeah, put him in.
He
there.
ran a good split.
Put him in there.
But no, that shit was really cool to see that. And I didn't even know like he went to the same high school as my pops till I got there. And I was just supporting my dad, not Karl.
But he was like, "Oh, Carl went. He's inducted
I was
at
like,
the
oh,
same
this is
time."
ew.
That's kind of dope though that your dad went into his high school Hall of Fame with Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah,
and
I thought that was
Jason
really dope.
Williams. Yeah, that's dope.
But my dad definitely didn't do what Karl Anthony Towns did for Jordan.
Jordan Woods. So
yes.
Karl Anthony Towns for Jordan, his girlfriend, or are they married now? Fiance?
They're
They're engaged.
I don't think
I
they're.
think they're engaged. I think they may be engaged. But
She has an OnlyFans. Could you do it?
She does.
well, what is she doing on her OnlyFans? Because you can be cooking on.
I have
your
no
OnlyFans.
idea.
Yeah, so it depends on what
I just
she's
saw
doing.
a headline that I could have been fake.
But for her 25th birthday, Karl Anthony Towns says, "Happy 25th birthday." After this, you get to say you're 18 every year like your mom's. I know every
LOL.
year I have showered you with material gifts that people wish they could cop king shit. But this year, your 25th year walking this earth,
He
It's-
went to the worst loser high school ever. Now that I'm reading this,
but this year, your 25th year walking this earth, it's time to go from that girl to a full woman.
no, this is
You
beautiful.
pick 2 businesses you want to start, and I will fund them. It's time to take that next step, and I will walk with you step by step in this thing we call life. Te amo mucho. Let's take over the world together. Love, Cat.
Towns. What Latin country is that, Eddin?
Yeah, Towns. He's what Latin country is Towns?
They're throwing this.
That's the Dominican Towns.
Of course, this is easy to clown and it's funny, but
It's a really
cool.
nice
I
gesture.
like it. I
It's
like
a nice
it.
gesture. Carl
it's
did a good
very
thing.
much social media buzzworthy in everything that he's saying.
Carl did a good thing, and look, the women jumped behind us like, yes, this is the energy I'm talking about. This is what y'all need to do. He just signed a super max for like $200 million.
Also, let's be real. If you give money to a girl to fund 2 businesses, what the fuck is she funding?
It's a 501(c)(3). It's called
Yeah.
a charity.
Yeah,
It's a tax break.
I mean it is. Let's just be honest.
The funds for girls weekend.
But
in
the
Miami.
gesture, him saying that, I don't want to just buy you a Chanel bag or some jewelry or start a business, start
I
some
like it.
businesses.
And we're joking. They're gonna say we're the haters right now.
No,
I'm really
no
joking.
hate.
I think
no
it's
hate.
beautiful.
This is dope. Carl did a good thing. He did a great thing, actually.
Okay, but what you think she's gonna? I don't know, Jordan.
If I
I
had
know
to-
nothing about her.
If I had to guess, I'm gonna lean
Skincare.
towards.
Swimwear. What are we doing?
I don't even think that's a guess. I think that's
Maybe a wellness center.
Definitely a wellness center. A
Where's
chain
she
of
from?
wellness
Where's
centers.
Jordan Woods from? What do we
She's
know
from
about?
Cali, I believe. She's from California, I believe.
Isn't like one of her dads famous or some shit? She's not one of those Calabasas kids who's. I figured she was one of those.
Oh, her dad's a TV sound engineer, and her mom's a. Oh yeah, she grew up in the industry.
Yeah, for sure, which is cool. If I would take advantage, see, that's why I could never get a letter like that. I
Why?
would take advantage because my mind is sick.
It is.
I'd be like, yo, I want to start a chain of Exxons. What you gonna do, Carl?
Getting to the gas business.
Gas is going crazy right now.
I mean, it's possible
You know how much money that would take?
to open a gas station. Really?
A chain of Exxons?
Well, a chain is that's a different thing.
See, yeah, no one could tell me this type of shit. My brain would get into like some real diabolical shit.
It's gonna be interesting to see what she picks though, like what she chooses to do. Because
Okay.
you know the people are gonna ask her to follow up. Okay,
Yeah,
what
No.
businesses did you
See,
start?
this is the problem with social media. Because now you wanted to play the social media game and do the whole couples goal shit. The pressure is on Jordan now. She represents all women because all women would be like, I would just love my man to start my business. If she don't have a Fortune 500 company by Tuesday, Instagram killing her.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You setting this shit up because you want to play the IG games. I'm not saying his intentions were the IG games.
But you
But this
posted
is IG game bullshit, couples goal bullshit.
Yeah.
If she don't have some shit on Shark Tank by fucking Christmas, she's a bum to the internet.
Yeah. She fumbled the bag.
Yes. And every girl's going to be like, oh my God, I would have started knitting my swimwear yesterday.
The fact that he put king shit in the middle of that is like Carl, what's up with you?
The
Nothing
font
is
is
king
also
about that.
disgusting.
Yeah, like, wish they could cop. I used to tell your girl, yo, I got you stuff that people wish they could cop. King shit. No, it's not king shit.
What do you think his gifts were previous to this one?
They had showed it one year. I think she had showed it was jewelry. She had got some designer handbags and stuff like that.
Also, what I think Carl's putting himself in a jam right now.
Yeah, what's next year?
You pick 2 businesses you want to start and I will fund them. Carl's putting himself in a position to be like, yo, that business sounds like bullshit.
He gets caught in a RICO.
Because have you ever asked...
Why would he be in a RICO?
You don't know Jordan Wood's family.
He's funding the businesses.
She might have some brothers that are
is
into some
fucking
weird
crazy.
shit.
Yo, if this turns into Carl getting caught in a RICO,
They pull up the letter.
Oh
You
my
funded
God.
it. That's
Yeah,
the whole point of a RICO.
you did fund it. You did fund it. King shit. You a
Kingpin
kingpin.
shit.
You were the kingpin.
Yeah, you a kingpin. Yeah, Carl, you might have put yourself in a little pickle with this one.
All right, I'll put it to a lesser level of not even funding. Have you ever tried to get to know a woman like in a real genuine way and asked her like her hopes and dreams and then she actually told you them and you were like, wow, that's the dumbest idea
Wow.
I've ever heard in my
I inserted
entire
my
life.
penis into you before.
Holy shit, that's what you think is going to work?
That is not a good idea.
Now he's obligated to fund it.
You guys are in the...
I felt weird being obligated to listen to it.
No, but he also has the option to kind of be like, babe, let's go another route. Let's not. We can't.
What
do
if
that.
she says, we'll shut up and dribble?
He gonna have to shut up and dribble. Or it's not king shit no more.
You guys have been in the position where people probably pitched ideas to you. What's the dumbest shit someone's asked you to get behind?
Yo, I just got out. I need to get back on my feet. I'll pay you back.
Yo, listen, I can't tell you how many times I heard that. Yo, you know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. It's hard for everybody, fam. Like, I'm not just giving you money to then get mad when I say no next month when you need more money. Like,
oh, listen, I just went through that. I was an extremely nice guy for a while. I had to put my foot down.
yeah, you have to.
Bro, like,
you have to.
stop with these sob stories.
You
said it 6 months ago. I know how this shit go.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
empathetic
get-
to somebody getting out
I get
fully.
it.
And then, no, this is when everything changes. Yo, if you need a spot to stay, I'm right here. Yo, I got food here, cook
Right.
anytime. And when you turn that down,
That's when you know
I'm
that
not a sucker, bro.
Yeah,
Like, no,
yeah.
you just asked me for money at this point.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, because you do want, if you're in a position to help people, if you have that kind of heart, you help. But it's another thing when people know that and then now they're preying on that and trying to take advantage of you and just milk you for whatever you have. And it's you have to learn how to say no. So I'm glad you did put your foot down. I have a hard time telling people that I love no.
Oh, it takes thousands and thousands of dollars later.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, man.
it bothers me to tell people I love no. Like, it really, really like fucks with me. Like, I think about it a lot, but it's you can't just keep giving somebody something when you know, all right, you're just taking advantage of the situation.
But to answer Julian's question, this isn't a cop out. I've been pitched so much shit. I don't know what they were really pitching. Like, that's how bad the pitches are. I'm like, all right, so what exactly are you asking me to fund right now? Like, what is this? Okay, so you want to, all right, we're going to do the merch shit, and then, like, we're going to do the internet thing, like, with the content, and then after the content, we're going to record that and monetize that. Like, I just need 50 grand to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then we're going to press up the t-shirts.
Right.
I'm just like, fam, what is the idea?
Yeah. It's just, people don't know. And, you tell people all the time, yo, listen, come up with an idea, come up with a business, come up with a business plan, a model, and then, sit down, let's talk about it. People never can. They can never come up with an idea. It's the most basic idea. Car wash. I'm like, I think that market is already taken care of.
It's doing okay.
Yeah, like, people are washing their cars.
Though I
okay,
did watch P-Valley and was like, why doesn't that exist?
Stripper car wash?
The intro to season 2?
Yeah,
Why doesn't that exist? After the pandemic, I think it'd still work.
it would.
That works.
It would. It look
Wash
and
your
it looked
car
good. Yeah,
take-
and I get to watch people shake ass while I'm driving through this shit.
Genius.
Weren't strip clubs doing that during the pandemic? Or am I?
No, I don't
bugging?
know.
Maybe hand car wash.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah,
But I really hope that Carl and Jordan find that next idea.
they seem like they really like are into each other, really love each other.
I don't know. And I don't particularly care. I thought that was cute. I foresee problems.
With the loan or with the funding?
Yes. Not with their relationship. I just think Carl's going to go through a few ideas and be like, I don't know if this is it, babe.
Yeah. They're engaged. I think they are engaged. So, I mean, you know, naturally, if your wife wants to start a business, this is what you're supposed to do. So, shout out to Carl. He did a good thing for his lady.
Or do you think he's actually ages above us as far as his maturity, and this is his way to get
No, he said
his
king
girl?
shit in a letter. No, he's not ages above us.
That could just be even more manipulation. This is his way to just get his wife off his back. I want to fund 2 of your businesses. Why are you talking to me right now? Don't you have 2 businesses to run?
Okay,
Stay busy.
Stay busy. Stay out my business.
Yeah, like wait, I
Now
thought
you got your own
You got
business.
some shit going on.
Yeah.
What you doing right now?
Yeah.
Stop showing up to my.
Oh,
game.
he spoke to a vet. He spoke to a vet in the league. Vet told
Yeah.
me, yo, listen, start a business for
Yo,
us.
this is
She'll
the
leave you
third
fuck alone.
time you've showed up to a Utah Jazz game.
Yeah.
Like, why are you in Utah?
Yeah, why are you here? You don't
Yeah.
ski.
Now he spoke to some vets in the league, and they said, bro, listen, just start some businesses for her. She won't have time to worry about what the hell you doing.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it. Great idea.
We saw over the weekend, and we'll stay in NBA for just real quick because right now we're recording. It's what, Monday
Mm-hmm.
at 8:42. Is Matt Barnes full of shit?
No, I don't think he's full of shit. I think
I waited all fucking day today for the shit that he talked about on Friday. I was like, listen, Stephen A., all the people in the sports media world have the weekend off to some degree.
You thought Monday we were going to
I
get the
thought
story.
that whole shit was going to happen. Matt
Yeah.
Barnes, yo, it's a darker, deeper criminal link. I
Mhm.
thought we was about to get that. Nothing is broken today.
Yeah. I think the reason why it hasn't broken is because the organization, and which we said from the jump, this whole shit should have been suppressed. We should have never known about it. But because they took action and suspended Ime Udoka for the season, we would have to get some reason like, yo, what happened? Why are y'all suspending the coach for the season? Now, I did think we were going to get the story by today.
And when Matt Barnes got, for the people that don't know, Matt Barnes got on what, Friday?
Yep.
Friday got on IG and was like, yo, I take back my post defending him. It's some nasty shit going on in there.
Mhm.
Y'all are going to find out eventually. It's not my place to say it.
Yeah.
I thought that meant this is going to get nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's feeling like Matt Barnes might be full of shit.
Not because Matt is not that type of guy. He know that when he finally got the real story, what happened, he kind of jumped out there and he spoke on some things and he didn't have all the context and information. So when that post that he put up was like, oh, okay, I didn't think it was that type of situation. Let me back out of this because it's deeper than I thought. I thought he just got caught fucking with somebody on the staff. Obviously, it's a whole story behind it. We don't know yet, but I don't think Matt Barnes is full of shit. I think that whatever he said, I think he felt like once he got the real story, that he was out of line, and he was like, "All right, I take back what I said. I'm out of that. I'm not touching that because it's way different than I anticipated or thought it was." So I don't think Matt Barnes, and Matt Barnes is no stranger to this type of shit. Him and Derek Fisher obviously went through their thing years ago with a significant other. So I think that Matt recognized and put himself
Which I
in
think
that
Matt
position.
was right in that whole situation.
I don't think he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong. But I think Matt put himself and was like, I've been through some shit. Some people probably didn't have the full story, but they spoke on it. Now that I have the full story, I was wrong. Let me take that back. Let me
Okay,
take that down.
but you're adding kind of more to my point because I've always looked at Matt Barnes as a pretty reliable, thorough source. I liked how he handled the Derek Fisher thing. I fuck with Matt Barnes.
Mhm.
So when he said that, it came out of his mouth. I was like, oh, this could get nuts if Matt Barnes is saying this.
Yeah.
And maybe there will be more will be revealed. But I thought over the weekend we would get something Monday morning if Matt Barnes got it.
I did too. I thought we was
Because
going
I
to get something
consider
Sunday.
him a real source and I fuck with Matt Barnes.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I think the Celtics are doing all they can to suppress the whole situation. We know that
Are they though? They leak the whole thing.
But we still don't know what exactly happened.
They could have
We
leaked
know
it
that
to
he
get
was
ahead
having.
of
We
whatever.
know that
the
he
fuck
was
is there.
sleeping with somebody on the staff. We know that. We don't know the exact details. We don't know, who, what. We don't know a lot of things. We know that he was caught sleeping with someone, and he has
The
he's
wife,
married.
the VP of finance, his wife.
Yeah, but we don't know it. I mean, but it's probably deeper than just that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's all I'm
Deeper
saying.
than rap is what you're saying.
It has to be. I mean, until we find out exactly, because I don't.
Have y'all slept
suspending
with a coworker before?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he said that without a mic right away.
He slept with a bartender at the fucking
Yeah,
Oh, he doesn't want the mic anymore. He doesn't want the mic now.
I just slept with the hostess at the stumble in.
he slept with
100%.
the hostess. Stumble in. He stumbled in her. That's what he did.
Ooh, Poppy, I love the way you mix those records.
I love your smooth transitions.
I play the fifth.
Yeah, now you want to know. You poured a fifth. That's what you did. You didn't plead a fifth. You poured a fifth.
Yeah. You plead the Cinco.
Oh, damn it. I was going to say that.
Julian was so disappointed he didn't say that.
I was going to.
I wanted to say that.
Julian, you've worked at every record label. How much of the A&R department did you run through?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't even work in A&R.
I know. You ran through another
but
department.
there's some hussies in A&R. No, I did not. I have slept with coworkers that weren't at the label that I was at.
Coworkers that weren't at the... Is that a coworker? Or
No,
just in the
just
same
different.
industry as you? That doesn't count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. You slept with... Is that what you're saying?
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I've never asked for an edit.
Yeah.
Could this be my edit?
I'm joking. I will say, and I have admitted a lot of my faults. I have never slept with a coworker, and that's one of the few things in my life I'm proud of.
Oh, it's great. Oh, you're like,
That's the only thing I've been good at in my life is not fucking where I
Sleeping
eat.
with
type
coworkers, sleeping with
shit. I've never
neighbors.
done any of that. I've fucked up in every aspect of my life. There's one thing I've never done. It's
someone in your building. You ever do that before? In your apartment building?
No.
Nope. Never
I
done
would
that.
never. I would never do no shit like that. You can't. It's just and I knew not to do that without even like hearing horror stories about it. That's just something that I was just like, that just sounds like a bad
All
idea.
right, but don't get it twisted. I'm not judging people because I get it. Like I even worked at one point a corporate job with the advertising shit. That shit almost felt like jail, where the girls that looked ugly started to look good because
It's the mermaid effect.
Yeah.
It's the jail effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
One
just
and the
start
same.
looking better. Like,
Yeah. You with them all most of the day. You know what I mean? And you get to know people on a personal level.
convenience. I started
Yeah.
to understand it. It's something I wouldn't do, but I get it because I was definitely sitting there like, oh yeah, these people are starting to look more attractive just by proxy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not. But you're sleeping with a neighbor, somebody that lives in your building, even somebody that
In the
honestly,
building
on
is
the
crazy.
block, even on the same block, I wouldn't do it.
Nah.
You just can't. You can't, bro. It gets messy. You know, it's just unnecessary drama. It's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Nope.
I mean, it does happen. There was one time when I was in college, when I got right when I got kicked out, I had to find a spot to stay, and I was just fucking around with this girl that came to the spot. Semester ended, I had to find a spot to live in. I found a room. Didn't know the guy I was really living with like that. He was a friend of a friend. Woke up maybe like a week into living in that spot, go into the kitchen. Shorty's was fucking him and was in the kitchen making eggs.
Damn.
Wait. Hold on. What? Shorty was in the kitchen fucking a dude while she was making eggs?
No. She was fucking with him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean she was physically fucking him. making
Oh,
eggs.
that's what I was about to
That'd be kind of ill.
That's what I was about to say. Wait a minute. What
Like,
did you walk
I
in
would
on?
have kept
The
her
fuck
around if that was the case.
I say no. She sounds like a keeper. Getting her back blown out and she's still scrambling.
That's the best way to scramble
my-
eggs. I
Yeah,
guess.
Jesus Christ.
Scrambling
She's a
both eggs.
keeper. Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
but at that point, even that was too much for me. I was like, oh, this is too close to home with what's going on.
It's way too much. But either way, I'm pretty sure we'll get the full story sooner or later. Probably Woj will probably break it to us.
We're due for a Woj bomb.
Yeah, Woj is gonna break it to us.
I'm just waiting for, you know what? I think it won't happen with him, but it should. Once it, and you pronounce his name because I'm too white.
Who?
Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka.
Thank you. See, I'm one of the white people that would just admit I'm not going to try to butcher it to seem woke. I can't.
It's like, I'm Udoku.
I can't. Yeah, I can't
Udoka?
Yeah.
Sudoku.
I know who I am, and I know what time it is.
Okay.
He should be the martyr. Let the shit come out and then expose everybody in the NBA.
That's what I would do, honestly.
Go, listen, kamikaze yourself. Go nuts. Expose everything.
Like everything in the organization or the NBA?
The way Monica Lewinsky should have done it.
I don't know if Ime want to walk that line because now you're throwing other people under the bus.
Okay, we wouldn't have Hillary's emails if Monica just would have spoke up.
Monica would have gotten killed, though. She
Yeah,
probably
that's
wouldn't
a
be
fact.
alive
Oh, man.
still.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
She would have fallen.
She would have been hibachi. For sure. Yeah.
Early cancer.
Dahmer's dish.
Yeah.
Dahmer's
A
dish.
Dahmer's dish. Dahmer's dessert.
But do you think I foresee this happening at some point? Somebody's going to start telling everything about the NBA.
Well, people have already come out and say it can't be he just slept with somebody on the staff because literally everybody on every team is doing that. Like Stephen A. Smith, I think, said that was like, we shouldn't even know about this. It should have been kept in house because if it's just that he slept with somebody on the staff, every single team that's going on.
100%.
So it's not even like some people even talking about Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson. They was always a conflict of interest if you sleep with someone. Yeah, but she was the GM and the president, and she hired him as the coach, and they were dating. So why wasn't it a conflict of interest there? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Either way, Nia Long, we love you.
I mean, who's going to be the whistleblower within the podcast community of all the podcasters that are fucking?
Eddin. Yeah, Eddin for sure. He's going to write a tell-all.
I mean, he's the one that shoots everything.
Yeah, he's going to write a tell-all.
I know everything.
I know everything. I know where your skeletons are.
Is there podcasters that have fucked each other within our podcast community?
Come on, absolutely, bro.
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm serious. I'm really the ignorant guy here.
Absolutely. People have fucked.
Yes.
Like people we know.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You film it?
What, them fucking? Oh, no, I didn't film them fucking.
But you film them potting.
Yes. Oh, hell
So they're like,
bro, I've been doing
He said,
this
"Oh yeah."
gracefully for like 6 years now. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
they're doing it. It's
Oh,
happening.
hell yeah.
Tell us something.
I'll never tell. Wait for the book. Go buy the book.
Eddin's tell-all,
Sick.
My Life in Podcasting, would
Sick.
be the funniest thing.
Your
What would you tell about?
your favorite podcasters are nasty.
What would you put? What chapter would be the new Rory and Mal chapter? I don't know if there's anything you could really tell.
Not really, no.
Oh, there's some shit you can tell. You'll just die.
That's worth the death. You guys will probably
You
be
will
the 6th chapter.
die.
It'll probably be 7 chapters.
Now that I think about it, we probably have a pretty boring staff in that regards.
Oh yeah. We're not doing.
We
that
wouldn't
too
be good
crazy.
in a tell-all.
Yeah, no.
We got to step our tell-all.
People
up.
like, oh fuck this chapter. Oh, this chapter fucking sucks. You guys aren't fucking enough. You got to get the numbers up. Yeah, it is.
One day I went to Rory's house and there was no bottled water.
Can you believe this guy? Aaron Judge broke the single season Yankee home run record. Congratulations to Aaron Judge. I just think it's fucking amazing that Aaron Judge decided not to take the extension, not to take. Oh, he tied it. I'm sorry. Aaron Judge tied the single season Yankee home run record.
I know we put an asterisk next to Roger Maris. We shouldn't put an asterisk next to Babe Ruth.
Why?
He was playing against fucking plumbers.
That was his error. It is what it is.
His fat ass played every position. There was a drunk softball league. I don't count anything. Granted, Aaron Judge may be on steroids. Not my place to say. But at the same time, I don't think Babe Ruth was the greatest.
Well, he did hit 60 home runs. That's nothing to take lightly. That's a lot of fucking home runs. And to this day, a lot of people still don't hit 60.
It was soft pitch.
Soft pitch. Aaron Judge.
All right, has Babe Ruth ever had to get a curveball from someone from Eddin's home country?
No.
They
So
wouldn't
it doesn't
allow
count.
people from Eddin's home country
Yes,
into
no.
the country.
They in
The
the
stadium,
country.
let alone the
Yeah, they barely let us in
He
there.
got some good old boy that decided to throw a pitch that day.
Yeah.
Danny Almonte at fake 14 would strike out Babe Ruth, and
Oh, he would
A
have
heartbeat.
cooked. He would cook Babe Ruth.
I don't count any of Babe Ruth's stats at all.
No, you got to count the Babe. Don't do that.
For what?
You got to count his stats. You can't. He can't.
He was
help
funny and drunk. I'll
He
give him
can't
that.
help it that he was born in 19.
You telling me this man was the best athlete of his time?
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks like a butcher shop owner.
Yeah, that's how they all look back.
The cold cuts are seeping out of his skin right now.
Yeah. I mean, but there are a lot.
Look at his pores.
But there's some hefty baseball players now.
Listen.
Yeah, but they're Dominican.
A lot of rice and beans, plantains.
You know what I'm saying? So like the baseball's in there.
Well, here's my thing. The most ironic shit that they put against Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle and all that shit, I think those are the greatest athletes if we put it down. Because granted, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Aaron Judge, I don't know if he's on steroids. I'm a Yankee fan.
I don't think
so
Aaron
he's
Judge
not
is on steroids. I don't think so.
But Mickey Mantle was getting drunk every fucking night, was on no drugs that would help you.
Beer.
And was going crazy. Roger Maris, same thing. Those records should be held. Babe Ruth was going against nobodies.
Either way, the MVP race is officially wrapped. Aaron Judge will be the MVP this year. Triple Crown winner. I just think it's amazing that he chose to bet on himself and not sign an extension.
He won the Kentucky Derby.
All of that shit. He won it all. He chose not to take the extension this summer and gamble and bet on himself. And the Yankees are going to have to back up 4 Brinks trucks to keep this kid in the Bronx because he's going to get paid.
Well, that's what you should do with the Yankees, though. Because the Yankees are known to pay.
Yeah, but Rory, this is like
Steinbrenner's son's not.
No,
but give it up the same way his father did.
No, but not that he's not going to, because they will. They're gonna pay Aaron Judge whatever he wants. But the thing is, the fact that he chose to take that gamble and then had this type of season is fucking. Bro. You can't write like this is a historical season. You don't take the extension in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You take the gamble and say no. I'm gonna wait till the end of the season and then you're gonna have to pay me. And then you have this type of season. This is fucking crazy.
Up.
No, this is crazy. I figured he would have a good year. He would have to play well to get the money he wanted. But this is like a year that we've never even really seen a year like this. This is the greatest season for a Yankee player ever.
Is his 60 more impressive than the roided era of Bonds, McGwire, Sosa, and those numbers that they put up?
I think so. It's probably not.
I think his numbers all around are more impressive. I think his numbers all around are more impressive. I get the Barry hit 73, Mark hit 70. But this is all around Aaron Judge this season that he had, the Yankees being in first place. If he can cap it with a ring this year, this is arguably one of the greatest seasons ever for a player.
Do we add the length of the fence at Yankee Stadium into this conversation at all?
There's variables. There's things you can factor in. There's things.
Just asking. I'm a Yankee fan, and it's fuck all y'all, Aaron Judge to the death.
But he didn't hit 60 in Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to factor in.
Well, how many did he hit in Yankee Stadium?
I mean, he hit a few, but he didn't hit
59.
He didn't hit all 60 in Yankee Stadium.
I know.
But
I'm joking, and not all in that short ass right field area.
Yeah. I just think it's dope that he gambled on himself and then turned around and had a season like this.
And I hope the Yankees pay him because I really want Aaron Judge to stay.
They have to pay him. And they can't let him leave.
It's funny. I can't get mad at the Yankees. We've had some rough seasons and some fun seasons, but they still haven't really gotten us there.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying. They're not like the Knicks.
Okay.
The Yankees have been fucking trying. They've been trying to put shit around Judge. They've been trying to bring in. They've been paying
injuries,
stars.
We didn't have a good pitch in the last few years.
That's why I hope Judge does stay. Like, they've been putting shit around Judge.
Yeah.
Hasn't really worked.
He is the franchise. He is the Yankee. Now, he's the captain. This is his team. This is his organization, his franchise. And the Yankees they're gonna make sure that they have him in pinstripes probably for the rest of his career.
I am going to get some pushback on most exciting season of a Yankee, though. That's
compared to
who had a better season.
I could put maybe 3 Jeter seasons that were more exciting.
No,
what was that year? The Subway Series year? That was one of the best.
It still wasn't
in Yankee
this
history.
Though. This shit that Aaron Judge is doing is, bro. No Yankee has had a season like. I'm talking about not just home runs. His all around the board.
If it comes to Jeter, I can't talk home runs. Like Jeter's not the home run hitter like that. I'm saying exciting seasons as a Yankee.
No,
Jeter has at least 2 that competes with this.
This is
maybe 3.
Bro, this season that Aaron Judge is having. Bro, this is one of the best.
I was in bleacher seats. I understand.
Yeah, no, this is one of the best years, and the fact that
I all rise when Judge comes to play. I rose.
Yeah, you stood up.
Yes,
when the Judge came in. All rise for the Judge.
Yeah, all honorable.
That's fire.
Aaron Judge.
When they say that shit, that's fire. I'm like, damn, I want to stand up, but I don't want to look like a pansy. I don't want to look like a pansy.
You got to, man.
But the judge is up to bat. The judge is up to bat.
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
I was at stands talking about Aaron.
Yeah, you have to. Ew, that's nasty.
Stan.
That's nasty. After the game at the bar,
Of course.
oh my God, he's such a stud. Did you see him? Did you see when he walked?
I hope one day my son is half the man Aaron is.
Oh, that's so disgusting, man. Pay the kid, man.
His numbers are actually, these are crazy.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. His numbers are fucking insane.
Let's get real local. Who's y'all greatest Yankee that you guys ever watched?
Greatest Yankee that I ever watched? It would be between Derek Jeter, Don Mattingly,
Babe Ruth.
It's your birthday.
Derek Jeter, Don Mattingly, and
Joe DiMaggio.
and probably just the thought of me actually
See a
going
Broadway,
Broadway.
the original Broadway Joe. Not even Broadway Joe from the Jets.
Oh my God! Yeah, Mattingly, Jeter, and Mariano.
Oh yeah.
All right, you stole my answer. I was gonna say Jeter or Mariano Rivera was probably.
Yeah,
And this was just ironic that this was a gift I was supposed to give to my god brother.
One of the greatest Yankees, Paul O'Neill, for sure.
And he didn't take it in time, so I just kept it.
Yeah, one of the greatest Yankees, Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams. There's some great Yankees. Great Yankee players. But Aaron Judge, he's on that list.
He's up there.
He's on that list now. And God damn it, they going to pay him. Ooh, they going to pay him.
I love
Stupid bag.
Chuck Knobloch was, if you talk
Chuck
about
Knobloch.
best
If you really
stance I've
think
seen
about
in
it.
years.
Stance was crazy. He put his chin on his arm.
Fam,
He had
okay,
that
but one of the best leadoffs. He was getting on base.
Chuck Knobloch.
Chuck wasn't getting on base.
No, I like Chuck Knobloch. No, Chuck Knobloch was a good player. He's a really good player.
And don't do that because we birthed Soriano, Alfonso Soriano. That was my guy. Second base.
Ichiro.
No, he was
gonna sound nasty.
His best years was with Seattle.
I was gonna say off my skin. I should.
He was really
we bought him,
But he was really good with he was really good with the Yankees too. He had some good seasons.
who
with
was
the
my
Yankees.
guy that played right field? The other Japanese guy.
Oh, Matsui.
Matsui was fire.
Yeah, Matsui.
What they call it? Didn't they call him Godzilla?
Yeah.
Yes, guys.
No, and he was Japanese, right?
Good old New York racism.
It's so New York. This guy.
Love New York racism.
No, but I think he got that name over in Japan.
No, he didn't.
No.
I think so.
No,
Nah.
he came to the Bronx and they said Godzilla.
No.
They're like, what his face look like? Yeah, that's Godzilla.
No. I think he came over here with that name, man.
Said, turn around. Yeah, that's Godzilla.
Yo, New York is such a crazy fucking town to come to and play sports, man. Why would you ever want to play here? It's fucking crazy. These fans are nuts.
A-Rod still has to be on that list, though.
Yeah,
One of the
A-Rod.
best Yankees that we ever saw.
Oh yeah. A-Rod is on that list as well, for sure. Definitely A-Rod.
That's how crazy the Yankees organization really was. We took one of the greatest shortstops of all time and say, yo, play third base.
And
you know how nuts that is?
And he did a great job. That was the crazy part. That's when you knew that Alex Rodriguez was just like one of the best.
You have
baseball
to
players
respect
ever.
him.
Like he was able to make that transition and didn't like look crazy doing it.
And as New Yorkers, we hated him.
Yeah, it's rough. That's what I said. Why would you ever want to come here? And every baseball player from a kid will tell you, "I want to be a Yankee."
Eddin, come on. Jorge Posada.
Mm.
You have to love him.
Robinson Cano.
Because, yeah.
Tino Martinez.
Robinson Cano had some really good years.
Wait,
too.
Eddin, was I joking with you when we were talking about Meg knees and I said, no, you got Jorge Posada knees?
Yeah.
Jorge Posada had great knees, though.
He did. The poor man. Oh yeah, Yogi Berra.
Yeah, but who they play against?
I know.
I just feel like baseball, if you don't play against anyone from DR or Cuba, I can't really count your stats. I can't.
That's fucked up, man. They can't help when they were born, bro.
That's fine.
Somebody's gonna be saying that about Aaron Judge 40 years from now.
Nah.
What, when he plays against the aliens?
Yeah. Think about he never
Like, bro,
faced
you never played nobody from Saturn.
Like, yo, he's never faced a 200-mile-an-hour fastball. Like, you're like, what?
Okay, but everyone was on Earth at that time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the era, it's the generation. You got to do what you got to dominate your era, your generation.
But what if your generation like sucked? I can't really.
you can't fault the player. You got to just be
I'm
like,
not false. I just
you
can't
gotta
put
be
them there.
He played in that he didn't really face any like 102 mile an hour fastballs. You know, I get it.
Like these guys aren't athletes.
That's you can't you watch him out saying Lou Gehrig wasn't an athlete. He was an athlete.
I mean, granted, he has a disease
Yeah, I was
named
gonna
after
say,
him, but that's
like-
about it.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
he's a
say
hell
it.
of an athlete.
What's he most
Like,
known
I love,
for?
like, listen, my first dog growing up
That's
was,
fucked up.
what'd you say?
I said, what's he most known for?
That's fucked up.
His disease.
That's fucked up.
But that's ill to have a disease named after you.
That's not ill disease named after you. I get what you said.
No,
I
but like
see what you did there.
depending on the disease,
It's
if
ill
it's
to
like
have a
some
disease
nasty.
named after you. I see what you
Yeah.
did there. Don't even ask you how. I get
No,
it.
I understand. No, I already caught it before y'all. Y'all were way later to what I was saying. But I would like the way I died to be named after me, as long as it wasn't like a shitty thing. Like if I got in a car accident,
Like if you died on a jet ski, they'd be like, "Yo, young jet ski was crazy."
yeah,
out
like
there
no,
in the
if you
waves."
if you had a bitch on a jet ski and you died, and it was like, oh, he got Rory'd, I'd be like, oh, that's an ill legacy.
It's an ill legacy.
You know what? This has been a great episode. We're gonna wrap up because this shit is completely going a whole different way right now. We're naming diseases.
Like no, Thurman Munson. Munson was my first dog ever in my house. He
was
crashed
he
a
named
plane.
after Thurman Munson?
No, he was. What other Munson would there be?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, no, my first dog was named after my dad was a huge Thurman
Oh,
Munson
okay, yeah.
fan. So he brought a Jack Russell home and then abandoned me and the Jack Russell.
Swag.
You got Munson.
That's what I said. You got Munson.
You got Munson.
Hey Dad, you ever want to check on your dog?
I mean, me. Come check on us, Dad.
Thurman Munson ran his plane into a fucking cliff. No one said you got Munson. Lou Gehrig, like, come on, you got Lou Gehrig disease. I still don't even know what Lou Gehrig disease is to this day.
I don't either. Honestly,
Yeah, what is it?
I have
Is it
no
like
idea.
is
what
it immune deficiency?
I
don't
think
wanna say
yeah. I
something
think
wrong.
it does attack like.
I don't know. Mickey Mantle was the GOAT. That's all I'm saying.
It's a neurodegenerative disease.
We talk about snipers and like that list. Mickey Mantle might have created that list.
What list?
The list. That list.
Who was he getting it in?
Nothing to do with baseball.
We had Marilyn Monroe,
Every bitch in New York at the time.
Mickey Mantle, or Derek Jeter. Who had the better dating life?
Here's the difference. It's going to sound really misogynistic. We revere Derek Jeter more because women mattered more and we knew who he was fucking. Mickey Mantle was hitting the best of the best, but it was such a misogynistic time that we didn't know the names of them.
Okay. And
Derek was hitting them when we knew the names.
Derek was taking a cab to Yankee Stadium, a yellow taxi.
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Derek's list is crazy. Who's that model that he was with for?
I feel
All-
like there's
all of them?
probably...
Yeah,
All of them. Just name them. He had them.
whatever agency.
I'm trying to think. Frank Sinatra or Derek Jeter, who could double park in Times Square and not get a ticket
Bro,
first?
look at this list.
Derek Jeter.
Yeah. Well, there was less parking laws with Frank Sinatra.
See? You can't hold that against him. Different time. He dated Adriana Lima?
Look at this. So
Jesus Christ.
Hannah Davis, who is his wife, who is beautiful. Minka Kelly, Adriana Lima, Jessica Alba, Scarlett Johansson, Vanessa, Manolo. How you spell your name? I don't even know who this
Jordan
is.
Brewster, she's an actress. Joy Enriquez. Laura Duda.
And we don't even know about all the ones that look better than all these chicks that...
Mariah Carey.
That's the least flattering photo of Mariah Carey they could have chosen. For sure. I mean, these are just the ones that were famous enough to get mentioned.
Isn't that the Rachel Uchi? Why do I know that name? What did she do? What did Rachel Uchitel do?
What was it?
Say
Rachel
Uchi Wally.
She did something. Rachel Uchitel did something. All right, so what we got going on this week? We out of town again.
Yes.
once
Never
again-
know where we're going to be. Are
Once
we in
again-
Turks? Where are we?
No, we're definitely. I wish. We're in North Carolina this Sunday at the Underground. Get your tickets now.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we got to go out of town and do some more shit, work some more.
Yeah, we'll be around.
We'll be around.
Birthday. Well, we're gonna celebrate your birthday throughout this week.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
No, we're gonna take you out.
Cool.
Me and Eddin are gonna take you to all the hot spots in El Paso, Texas.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
To wherever we end up.
The Giants are playing the Cowboys tonight as we're recording this, so we'll see if the Giants go 3-0.
I would like them to.
The Oakland Raiders are the only winless team in the NFL. They're 0-3.
Shocker.
Yeah. I didn't see that happening. Yeah,
Fuck
right.
the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl's over with.
Once they took the Pro Bowl out of Hawaii, what was the point?
Yeah.
It was a free trip to Hawaii. I think that was the only incentive for.
That's the only reason why players were playing.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll talk to y'all again this week. We'll be somewhere else in a different city doing different shit with some of our different friends. And y'all be safe. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
No worry and mouth.
Hey, you Tar Heels or Blue Devils or whatever team you like in North Carolina. We'll be in Charlotte.
You horny Hornets, come out to the Underground, October 2nd. Get your tickets at newroryinmall.com. That's New Rory in Mall. N as in.
I know.
To the Underground.
I understand that David Stern took your NBA team and brought it to New Orleans.
No, they're back.
They're still Bobcats in Charlotte?
No, they're the Charlotte Hornets now.
So the Bees are back.
The Hornets.
All right, so what happened to the Bobcats?
The Bobcats are no more.
They went to New Orleans.
No. There's no more Bobcats in the NBA.
So who has the guy from Duke that can dunk that's overweight?
That's the Pelicans.
Okay. So it's Bobcats, Pelicans, and
There's
Hornets.
no Bobcats in the NBA anymore. If I say that one more time. Get your tickets at newroryinmall.com. N as in.